Good morning. How is everybody today? Hi, hi. It's cold out there today. We're bundling up. We're bundling up. It's a polar vortex. Hi, hi. Hi, hi. I saw someone was here for the first time from YouTube. Welcome, YouTubers. Welcome. Make sure you use your heated blanket. Oh, yeah, good idea. I should have grabbed my heating blanket before stream. It's really cold in my house. I managed not to miss it, thank goodness. Hi, Ditters. Hi, Caston. Hi, hi. Welcome, welcome. It feels weird because I didn't stream yesterday. I was just on Mochi's channel. Morning, Stim. Good to see you. I forgot to turn on Pedro. Fuck my life. Fuck my Chungus life. I knew I was forgetting something. I'm sorry, Pedro. I'm sorry, Pedro. I'm sorry. I always forget to turn this on. My bad. Oh man. We do got a chicken dance though. He's a mime today. How is everyone? I hope you're staying warm. I heard it.
4 months feels like
cold
it's
everywhere.
been a lot longer and a lot shorter than that. Those were some amazing 4 months that I wouldn't trade for anything.
Aw, thank you, Fluffy, for the 4 months at tier 3. Thank you. We're happy to have you here too. Literally 7 different VTubers I watched joined Glitchstars in the last 2 years. What amazing odds. What? Damn, you sound base as hell. I choose to believe the little Stim peasant is bundled up under the blankie like a toasty little cinnamon roll. Wait, you want to see something? You want to see something? Wait. There he is! There's a little Stim peasant! You're right! You're right! Smothered to death. No, he's toasty warm. Can he breathe? He's breathing fine. He's warm. He's snuggled under the blankie. Finally, he can breathe. Ah, Stim peasants, never happy. You know how many people would love to be under this blankie? You should be happy, Stim peasants. You should be happy. Thank you for the tier 1, Leviathan. Thank you. Thank you. I don't need to breathe anyways. Exactly. That's the attitude, Servitor. Do you even need to breathe? No. You're fine. Breathing is now optional for us peasants. Here's a kiss, Mac. Mwah! With the stinky princess? No way. Hey! Who said I'm stinky? I'm not stinky. Actually, my washing machine is frozen, so I won't be having clean clothes for a while until I get the blow dryer out. I might be a little stinky. Looking comfy, Stim? I'm feeling very comfy today. What's on the program today? Well, we have a few videos. I didn't really know. I should have planned this ahead of time. All I planned was the Pig Wars, because I had a lot of requests to watch Oversimplified Pig Wars. Bye, Mac! We will own everything and be happy. Seize the methods of warm production. Exactly, Odious. Hi, Manina!
Maninebe Suchid X100. I want to breath. I have allergies right now.
You'll be fine. Walk it off, you'll be fine. Actually though, I did pick a few random videos. They're not all really history, kind of. I don't even know if I can watch these without getting copyright strike. But I wanted to watch them. I wish you could walk off allergies. I know, me too. I wanted to watch Pig Wars. And then I also wanted to watch Top 5 Deadliest Weapons of the Ancient World from Forged in Fire. I I don't know if that's gonna get claimed because it's a literal TV show, but I want to watch it because it's like kind of history adjacent, and I like weapons. So we can watch it. I might get yelled at by dual logs. And then there's also this really cool thing I saw that says Age of Empires historian Dan Snow reviews famous movie scenes. Also might get copyright striked up the ass because it's literal movie scenes, but I thought it would be cool to have a historian talk about stuff. The one will probably bonk you if it's a show. Doesn't Oversimplified get claim everything? Well, there's like different things, you know? There's different levels. So like Oversimplified claims everything, so you can't monetize those videos. But you can still play them as long as you like credit them and they take all the money from it. So it's like you can still play it. But then there's like copyright strikes, which is they'll like strike your channel. It's like the extra step above claiming it, if that makes sense. Here, Fluffy, here's your kiss. Mwah. I've never had a copyright strike, luckily, where someone was like, delete your video. So I don't know why that happens. I don't really know why that happens. Copyright strikes are 3 strikes and you're out of the system. Yeah. Here's like a kiss, Nick. Mwah. Hi, Steve, peasants and milady. Hi, Noct. We can just send the copywriters to the oubliette. That's the plan, yeah. That's the plan. To the oubliette for them. But I don't know if it'll get striked or not. I could just watch it on stream and not upload it to YouTube, too. Sim, why don't we have a bald toggle? I don't know. I never asked for one. I didn't even know that was a thing VTubers had. I didn't even know. Oh, Shantae, thank you for the 2 months. Thank you. So just don't upload the at-risk stuff. Yeah, I'm thinking just don't put the... Oh, I look so pretty right now with my long hair. Thanks, Bex. I like this hairstyle. I don't wear this hairstyle much, but it looks pretty. But I might just not upload some of that stuff to see. It would be hard because of the horns to do a bald toggle, no? Oh my god, wait, I just had a package try to be delivered to me and I got a warning that I wasn't home. Damn it! Damn it! Dang it! My packages! No! Oh well. I hate when they don't tell you when it's gonna be delivered. Hi, AK! Poor delivery guy freezing his ass off. I'm actually surprised the delivery guy is out right now. It's like -40 here. What the fuck? UPS was like, get to work!
The fluffy bastard cheered X100. If you want more stuff for History Reacts, I highly recommend the extra history series on Ibn Battuta,
Man's
a
got
Moroccan
bills to
scholar
pay.
who traveled the world in the 14th century. It's a fascinating story and the series they did on him is really good.
I'll check it out. Thank you, Fluffy. Also, thank you, Major Sam, for the 5 gifted subs. What the heck? Thank you, Sam. I saw you gifting subs and Mochi's chat last night. Thank you. That was so nice of you. Thank you. And Shantae, thank you for the gifted sub. Thank you. Thank you so much, guys. -40 and my southern ass is complaining about 20 at night. Wait, look, I have a picture. Hopefully this doesn't get like bonked on Twitch. It shouldn't, because it's just like a picture of the weather. But have you seen this? Suspicious package? What the heck? Crack, thank you for the gifted sub to Suspicious package. I slept through Mochi's stream last night. I was teaching her Total War. It was very fun. It was really hard to teach someone, actually. Harder than I thought. But she did really well. She fought a battle even without me and did like really fine. She did really good. Anyways, here's the polar vortex that's happening right now. Yeah. It's cold. is really, it's a little nipply out. I should call her cold but hot. Damn, all of North America is cooked, or frozen rather. It's very cold. Wait, can I make it bigger? Enhance! Enhance! Do you see your country, holy shit, your state or province on here? Are you cooked? Are you, I mean, not cooked, are you chilled? Are you frozen? This is supposed to happen like all weekend, I think. Oh, I did see Russia, I did! I'm in the purple. You're in the purple intent. I feel like everywhere's in the purple except for like San Francisco. You're fine. I see the problem. There are 2 left ones. There's 2. Yeah. Anyways, stay warm out there. I did see the video of people like sliding down a snow hill from an apartment building. That was crazy. In Russia.
0700 cheered X100. You did good teaching Mochi, Stim. You explained a lot to her and helped her understand the basics. Considering you don't have years of experience like Sotek, you did really well.
Aw, thank you, AK. Thank you. I haven't taught someone a game before, so I was actually very nervous. But she did really well. She caught on really fast, I think. Still, may I request that pic be posted in the Discord so I can use it? I'll post it later. I think it was crucial that you taught her to press play. Oh my gosh, she's like, Stim, how do I start the game? I'm like, you press the giant play now button. You press play, Mochi. It's really funny. I should watch the VOD to learn. I thought it was a very quick rundown of how to play. Thank you, Invincible. What the heck? Thank you for the 5 gifted subs, Invincible. Thank you. Thank you. If you got a gifted sub, please say thank you in the chat. You let her make mistakes and figure things out, which is vital to teaching. I feel like it's hard to like not over explain everything, you know, because I learned by doing too, so I was trying to not be too overbearing. I'm glad it went well. I'm glad you guys liked it. I hope Mochi plays again. I love trying to direct her to the building slot. Holy shit, I was actually gonna crash out. It's not her fault. Like, the overlay is very complicated. There's a lot of buttons and stuff to look at. But I was so close to crashing out. I'm really not good at directing people. Like, you know those challenges where it's like one person has to explain and the other person has to do what the other person explains? Oh my god, I'm so bad at that. I'm so bad at that. I was like, Mochi, just press the build button next to your beer hall. She's like, I don't see it. I think we spent 5 minutes trying to find the build button. Oh, holy shit. The snow reminded me, has Tim ever reacted to Outdoor Boys? Oh my god, I love Outdoor Boys. See, like, I can't, well, I guess could react to it, but I already know Outdoor Boys. My brothers love Outdoor Boys, so I've watched their videos before already. So I could watch and be like, yes, I love this, but it wouldn't be like, oh my god, first time watching Outdoor Boys. I'll be like, yeah, Outdoor Boys are based. And you were super confused that Malachi has a horde building? Yeah, that threw me off. I didn't realize Malachi was his own thing. I thought he was like the other dwarves, so that was very confusing. The Outdoor Boys guy sure loves pancakes. You've never heard of Outdoor Boys? Dinners! You would love them because you have children. And he's like this guy that like goes camping and hunting and fishing and traveling with his family. And he like often brings his kids like hunt. I don't know if he brings them. He's kind of like a survivalist guy, and he like brings them out into like trips with him and teaches them how to like build forts and like fires and stuff. Hi, May. That guy, yeah, that guy's pretty cool. He like retired though. I think he stopped making YouTube videos. I like outdoors videos. I'm kind of like an unk like that. I like watching outdoorsy videos and like gear review for hiking and like camping stuff. Even though I don't go hiking and camping much. I'm like, yes, I will watch this 20-minute video reviewing hunting gear. I will never go hunting, but I will watch it. And I will know what the good hunting gear is. I think this is before my time. It's not old, I don't think. He just recently quit making videos, but it is very niche. It's like a hunting, camping vlogger. Have you ever seen the OG primitive building guy? I have not. Enjoying the great outdoors from the comfort of your living room. Exactly. I actually like his like travel vlogs. He does like a lot of traveling to Japan vlogs. Or I don't know if he's done a lot, but he's done one. And it's like a real view of like living in Japan and stuff for a while. I like that kind of, I like those travel vlog videos. Primitive building is great. Oh, maybe I should look that up. Still preparing for her post VTuber career selling sporting and wilderness goods. No, I'm preparing for the end of the world and the zombie apocalypse. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen, and I'll be prepared. I have my bug out bag. I have my hunting license. I have a fishing rod and bait and stuff. I got a flashlight. I got a farm I can go to. If the world ended, I would just go to my parents' farm. They could survive anything out there, for real. I feel if the world's ended, the licenses isn't gonna do much. Hey, I have my license just in case. You never know. The park authorities could be out there checking your license in the middle of the apocalypse. Do you have a license for that? I'm actually... The only downside is you might starve without the attention from several hundred people weekly. That's okay, I'll just live stream it all, chat. I'll just live stream it all. There can be like, there'll be a certain amount of people watching still, I'm sure, during the apocalypse. They'll be like, haha, look at this idiot trying to survive. Look at this dumbass girl trying to survive. Apocalypse live stream, let's go. Excuse me, you have a license for that, Moose? I've actually never gone hunting in my life. So, but you know, I probably could if I needed to. I have the gear. I don't have the gear. My brothers have the gear. But I know things. It's okay, we're all moving to Stims for the apocalypse. Yeah! Come on down to the funny farm, chat! My dad will put you to work. Always need more bodies. You at least have the confidence. It's true. I believe if you believe in yourself, you can do anything. And that is how I've gotten through life so far. I feel like I've seen a Walking Dead episode about this. Oh yeah, there was a Walking Dead episode about a farm. Or like a whole arc about it, wasn't there? Can I put him to work instead? My dad's too busy. He's already works too much. He said he was going to help me fix my house and then he didn't. And now my washing machine's frozen and I can't do laundry. Since you are a manifesting machine, we will now have the apocalypse soon. Oh no! No! Dang it. Sorry, I manifested bad things. You're good. We usually have an hour to an hour and a half of yap before the game react starts. Yeah, we usually do at least an hour of talking. I was outside today at minus 30 weather with a minus 45-degree wind chill, looking for a cat. And I'm fine. I didn't even freeze. If I had a nickel every time a weird Canadian lady invited me to their farm to work for free, I would have 2 nickels. What? You would have 2 nickels? That is really weird. Hi, Stimpack. What is your preferred gummy shape? Like gummy candies? Gummy worms? I think. You're a beast, I tell you. I'm just used to the cold. I haven't found my cat. I don't know if she's okay. She never came back. I keep putting food out in my shed because that's where she would go a lot, is like hang out in my shed. I'd leave the door cracked.
The fluffy bastard cheered X100. We all go to Stim's farm to survive the apocalypse, and before long form an agreement to work the land in exchange for the right to live on it and a small personal garden each. Before long, Stim has reinvented serfdom.
Yeah, that's how I'm gonna make my Stimdom.
Her lifelong fantasy of becoming a real-life feudal princess. Come to think
Exactly.
of it, I don't think the apocalypse was an accident after all.
This is all part of my master plan to manifest my real Stimdom in real life. I think she's fine. So for you new people, Flower Kitty is this like stray cat that I took to the vet and fixed up, and I feed her. But like I have asthma and cats trigger it sometimes. Actually, a lot of the time. So I didn't bring her in to have a house cat because of my asthma. And she just kind of comes and goes randomly. And it's gotten really cold here, so I thought she would come back. I feed her like in my shed, like by my so my shed door, I leave cracked open for her to go in there. It's not heated, but you know, it's like a covered place with like I made like a little bed in there for her. Actually, I have this. My friend works at a animal rescue, and she told me a good cat shelter or animal shelter is to take a cooler, like you know those plastic coolers. Like a beer cooler. You take that and you put straw inside of it, and you like cut a hole in it and you put like a little flappy door, and it makes like a little winter house basically for animals because it's like insulated because it's a cooler. So I have one of those in my shed, so it's pretty warm, and she does go in there quite a bit. I feed her out there. But I was kind of stupid and left the door cracked during like a winter blizzard, and now the door is frozen like that, so I can't shut my shed and I can't open it anymore. It's frozen open like that. So I think there's like a bunch of wild animals in there probably. Like raccoons and like cats and like I don't know. Salt? I have salted around it. It didn't melt the ice. It's literally like frozen like that. It's quite literally it is what it is. It is what it is. It's fine. I just have like probably like a raccoon orgy in there or something. I don't know. It's just like free game for the neighborhood to animals. Anyways, I'm sure she's probably in there or like in a barn somewhere in the hay. Or straw. I haven't seen her yet, but something is eating the food I put out. Oddly specific. Why does your mind go to that? Okay, I saw this video. I don't know, was it a show? There's like this show, and like this guy had like his car like left open, and like there was like an animal orgy in there. Never mind. It was something. It's from something. It's anyways. Anyways, I don't know. It was a video I saw. I think Dirty Mike and the Boys. Is that what I'm talking about? Sim has accidentally become a madam at the local animal brothel. Did you go into the RP forums again? No, I didn't. I've given up my RP days, okay? That's over. It's over. I'm a changed woman. I'm a Say So princess. Anyways, I was gonna teach you today how to prepare for the cold. What you should wear if it's minus 30 where you are. Let me give you a rundown as someone who has survived the Canadian wilderness. You want to see Stim roleplay as an alpha male wolf? We could do a wolf RP stream. Awoo. Anyways, let me tell you how to dress warm. This is an educational stream. On the note of Say So Princess, the Nikkei stream was fire. It was pretty good.
Oh
Kinda
my god.
broke my brain, but
Whew. Yeah.
whoa, awooga, awooga, wooga, wooga. Cute outfit. Hi, Brittany. Hi. Thank you. It's because it's. Oh my god! I almost took my clothes off. I meant to move my VTuber, not my blankie. It was What's happening? It's because it's cold here. I think you were the first person I've ever seen to get overwhelmed by Nikkei. I'm not used to gacha games. It's a bit overwhelming if you don't play with gacha games. I wish it was cold here. Brittany, it's minus 45 degrees here Celsius. I literally have an emergency cold warning on my phone this morning saying, do not go outside unless you need to. Frostbite can strike within minutes and freeze your body parts off. Do not go outside. Too cold, too cold. I got one of those too. I'm scared of the power going out. Do you have a... I'm scared of the power going out too because I have no way to heat myself if the power goes out. My parents have a wood stove, so like we can go there if it gets cold and they can burn wood, but I don't have anything at my house. I forgot you're from Canada, right? I'm from Canada. I'm from the Canadian prairies. Just burn your smut books? Never! I would burn money before I burn my books. Don't you have your truck? I don't have a truck. I have a car. It could keep me warm in an emergency, yeah. But you have to make sure that the exhaust pipe is not covered by snow. Otherwise, you can die from carbon monoxide poisoning. Remember, if you're cold, the bugs are cold, let them inside. Never! To be fair, with the Canadian dollar, it might be cheaper than actual firewood. True. So what you want to wear, this is what I'm wearing today. I will tell you. Wait, why does this keep coming off? Like, can you stay in place so I'm not naked? Alright, this is a weird. Hold on. I fucked it up! God damn it. Stay! Alright, that's better. Anyways. What was I saying? Oh yes, this is what you're gonna wear. You're gonna wear layers. Layers, 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 chat. Layers. You want layers. I thought you were a truck girl, Stim. I can't afford a truck. Hi, Rin. That is the floatiest blanket I've ever seen. Don't worry about it. It's just... it's fine. You want to wear warm, long underwear first. Do you have long underwear, chat? It's like that... I don't know what we call it. I call it long underwear, but it's like pants and a shirt that you wear underneath your clothes. How long? Well...
K4ST3 and cheered Dex 100, so you are green, you have layers and you are pretty big for a VTuber, you are Shrek aren't you?
Get out of my swamp, I'm an ogre! I don't know how Shrek sounds, but yes. Yeah, thermal long johns. So you can wear. I have like a top and pants, but you can get like a bodysuit that long johns, and they're like made of like thermal material that like keeps you warm. And yeah, Under Armour is one brand, but you wear those under your clothes as a base layer. They're very good for you when it's cold because they let you sweat, or they like wick away your sweat or something so you don't get cold. Because you get cold if you sweat too much, and then your sweat gets cold and freezes to you. So you gotta put that on first. Actually, no, you should put your underwear on first, and then you put your long underwear on over that. Don't be naked under your clothes. Not when it's cold out! You gotta put your underwear on, then you put your long johns on. Then you wanna wear wool socks. I wear them when I need to be out for a bit, or like when going sledding. Yeah, exactly. When you're going sledding or snowmobiling, you gotta wear them. And yeah, you wear them under your hockey gear, exactly. Instructions unclear when outside, dude. No, you'll freeze. Wool, in this economy, wool, you have to get a good pair of wool socks if you're out in the cold checks. Wool is like one of the best material fabrics there is. It wicks away your sweat. It keeps you like ventilated. It's warm and cooling at the same time. It's what sheeps have on them. And sheeps are cute, so you should have wool socks. But wool is scratchy. Not good wool. There's like qualities of wool. There's like shitty wool, which is scratchy, and then there's like nice wool, like cashmere, which is not scratchy. But there's also like in between. Can we just enchant our Speedos with cold resistance? That's specifically for the Beastmen. Instructions unclear when out commando. Alpaca wool is the best. Yeah, it's very soft and nice. There's wool that's not scratchy. Trust me. There's wool that's not scratchy. Hi, Zephyr. Okay, so you got your base layers on. Then I usually wear like a shirt, like a normal shirt. I don't know, like a long sleeve shirt over top of that. And I wear leggings over top of my underwear, not underwear. my long underwear. I wear leggings over top of that. So then you got like 2 layers on now. You got 2 layers on. Trust me, bros. Trust me. And then, well, hopefully you got underwear. Well, yeah, I said he had to wear underwear first. And then you put a hoodie over top of that. You put a hoodie over top of your stuff. So now that's 1, 2, 3 layers. And then, and then you wear your snow pants over top of your leggings or whatever. I don't know what men wear. What do men wear that aren't jeans?
Get crunked, idiot.
What do you wear? Sweatpants? Oh yeah, you can wear sweatpants. Duh. I wouldn't wear jeans when it's this cold because the jean material gets stiff. But like you could have sweatpants, I guess. A kilt? Holy shit, you're ballsy if you're wearing a kilt in -40 weather. And then tracksuit bottoms. Yeah, you have athletic wear. You wear athletic wear. I think. Literally ballsy. I'm teaching you how to protect yourself in the winter. Snow polar apocalypse. You have to go and buy these things so you're prepared in case snow happens in your area. Here's a kiss knocked. Mwah. And so now you got 3 layers on, and then you wear your winter coat over top of that and your snow pants over top of that. And then you put on, so that's your body. Then you put on your, what's it called? I call it a balaclava. Is that like a real thing? It could be a Canadian thing. You put a balaclava on, it goes over your head and it just shows your eyes. Yeah, real thing. Okay, that's what we say in Canada. Sometimes it doesn't translate well. Yeah, it's like you cover your face with that. It might look like you're robbing a store, but, you know, it actually works to keep you warm. Some people call them ski masks. Yeah, a ski mask. Yeah, like a ski mask. We call them a balaclava. They're like fleece. I have a fleece one, but it's also called a ski mask. They actually have a real purpose. What if there's no shops nearby? Then you're fucked. I'm sorry, you're fucked. It's like, start writing your will just in case they find your frozen popsicle body. Anyways, you put a balaclava on, and then over top of your balaclava, you put a toque on. Hopefully one that has like little ear things that hang down. You know what I mean? Like, we call them like a trapper hat. And it's like fuzzy, like fur. Wow. That's like something you could put on top. A little
Fluffy
toque.
Bastard cheered X100. Instructions unclear. I fashioned an enchanted bikini out of alpaca wool, and I bought a big stick to beat Jack Frost to death with if he tries to come near my kilt. What next?
A raccoon hat? What's a raccoon hat? I don't know. They're like flapper. Ushanka is the Russian word. Is it? Oh, wait, you don't call them toques where you are. Beanies. A beanie? If you don't have a trapper hat or a Ushanka hat, you can just wear a beanie or a toque. It doesn't have to have a raccoon tail, not a raccoon hat. They're just literally like trapper hats. Ushanka hat? Yeah, literally that. A Ushanka hat, a traditional Russian fur hat. They don't have to be all fur though. Like, I have one that's like just fur lined, and it's not even real fur. It's just like fake fur lined. It's a hat with flaps. Yeah, exactly. And then you wear gloves on your hands, usually mini mitts, like, which are like the little fabric mittens, and then you put those mini mitt hands in the big mittens, which are usually like leather and fur lined. And then you put your snow boots on, and there you go. You're ready to survive minus 45 degree Celsius weather. Ta-da! Fool of a toque. A toque, how am I gonna fit a hobbit on my head? Oh my lord. A toque, I think it's a French word, or like a French-Canadian word, a toque. I hope you took notes. Flying back from Dubai to Toronto, it will be interesting switch with the weather. Holy shit. How do you acclimate from Dubai to Toronto? That's like two different ends of the spectrum. I think actually Ontario and Quebec are supposed to be the coldest places on the planet this weekend. So be prepared, chat. Be prepared. And then like places like in the States, like Florida and Texas are supposed to get snow. Maybe? I don't know. I don't know what's happening all over the world for weather, but I know Canada's very cold. Dubai is plus 20. It's only plus 20? I thought Dubai was like really hot all the time. I wish we got snow. Are you in UK, Bex? It's supposed to get very cold in Texas, which is scary for them. That is scary. I hope you guys are actually taking it seriously if you're in states that are getting winter weather. Stock up on supplies. Make sure you have warm clothes. Make sure you have a backup plan in case your power goes out. Can confirm it's just very wet in the south of England. Isn't Canada being really cold the default for like 8 months of the year? Depends where you are. And where I am in like the middle of Canada, It's very cold for like at least 6 months of the year, yeah. Did Stim buy enough toilet paper? I'm always ready. I'm always ready. If the world ends, I'll be okay. We stocked our wood pile and got our Diet Cokes. Hell yeah, I love Diet Coke. Texas power grid has gone out in the past. Oh, I remember Riri was talking about that last time the power went out in Texas. That's kind of scary. I'm worried about the power going out here too, because if we lose power quite a bit because the power lines get heavy with frost, and if it's really windy, which it has been, it can knock power lines down, like power poles down. So that happens a lot here. But at least I know I can go to my parents if I have to, and they have like wood burning stoves. I'm lucky my power lines are buried. I don't know why we don't bury power lines in Canada. Maybe it'd be too expensive? Based on what I just read, the prairies are still going to be colder than Ontario and Quebec. Northern territories accepted, of course. So I'm going to be colder than everybody in the world, you're saying? Damn it. Canada and improving infrastructure. Maybe it's just where I am. It would be very expensive to do that. Because it's like over a large land area. It's expensive, and when you have long distance to cover, it's worth. For maintenance, it's complicated. I'm stuck there with you, but I don't know about worldwide. Damn prairies! You're already colder than everyone else in the world in your heart. What the fuck, Ian? I have a heart that is 5 times bigger than the average human. I don't know what you're talking about. You have the same weather as Siberia. That's why I'm prepared. I'm gonna be eating canned pickles for the next 2 weeks. So you were once the Grinch? No! I'm the most loving person ever. What do you mean, chat? Just because I'm not against using human shields doesn't mean I have a cold heart. It just means priorities. It means I'm pragmatic and practical. Ian lost his keys to the oubliette and he's using his one neat trick to get you to put him back in. What about all those Stim peasants in the oubliette? They deserved it. They want to be there. Trust me, bro. Trust me. I have a pile of frozen dumplings and soup for the next few days. I need a meal prep so bad. Casson did nothing wrong. Is that you protesting Casson being put in the oubliette right now?
K4ST3
Casson, you can't protest. This is not.
Like chat just because I am literally worse than Hitler.
We have Taka here who's ready to, you know, execute at will.
The fluffy bastard cheered X100. You should really get that checked out. Enlargement of the heart muscle, also known as cardiomegaly, is a serious medical condition with severe complications.
I know, that's what my dog has. That's why he has to have heart medication. Taka's in the oubli with me. A pro tip, if you don't have a warm place to stay, there's a huge cuddle pile in the oubliette. Cuddle pile! I stayed out super late last night watching dog rescue videos. I want a dog so bad. But I don't think I could take care of a puppy right now. But I love watching those like happy ending dog rescue videos. They like make my heart so happy when it has a happy ending. Not the sad ones, the happy ones. What would you name your dog? This is kind of stupid, but I've always wanted to name a dog. And when I say always, I mean for the last couple weeks. I've always wanted to name a dog Goose. I think that's such a cute name, like after Top Gun, Goose. Wouldn't that be so cute for a dog? Goose. Honk honk. I think it's a cute name. Oh, I didn't start Konosuba yet, no. My cat's nickname is Mouse. That's very cute. You know Goose dies tragically. Oh, I know. I know. I love to remind myself of my trauma. Would you name your goose dog? Heck no, I hate geese. I'd name my geese, get the hell out of here. I've been chased by so many geese. They hiss at you and try to bite you. They're not nice. My parents have geese and they got them to protect the chickens, but like you literally can't go near them. I had to fight one off with a broom. They're evil, they're aggressive. They are! Cobra chickens? I mean, they do protect the chickens, but they're also just evil and they will bite you. They smell weakness? What do you mean they smell weakness? Are you saying they smell my weakness and fear? They're like actually quite big. Like the male goose. What's a male goose called? I don't know. The male goose, his head is at like, wait, let me stand up. How tall is this guy? His head is like at waist height. And his wingspan is huge. That's a gander. Oh yeah, the gander. He's mean. Oh, sleep deprived. Height is relative, Stim. But I'm like average height for a woman. I'm 5'5" and a half. And his head, the goose's head, is at like my waist. Like he's like the size of a child.
Bastard cheered X100. I know they're vicious and it's nothing to laugh at, but the image in my head of a young mini Stim fighting off a hissing goose with a broom while crying hysterically is just so hilarious and adorable.
It's not funny! I literally thought a goose was gonna kill me once, and it does not back down. Like it does not back down. It goes for your throat. Like it's like, oh, I'm actually gonna end you. I'm not just trying to chase you away. I'm trying to kill you. That's what the goose is doing. It's not funny at all. I was crying hysterically. My dad had to come out and chase it away with a rake. It was trying to kill me. The geese are evil. And they also sound evil because they hiss at you. We had a goose couple build a nest in the parking lot outside a department store I worked at. They were there a few weeks, and the male would attack the cars going by. Yeah, they have no fear, geese. It's crazy. Stim is the kid running away from the goose in the Goose Game. The what game? The Canadian spirit animal of war crimes is true. Can't wait for the Chaos Goose faction in Warhammer Total War. I never played the Goose Game. You play as a goose and fuck with people? That is so funny. Geese no fear, are they related to honey bears? Probably. They're related to dinosaurs. Stim should play the Goose Game. Oh, that would be fun. Like, maybe we'll play it. It's a short 10-hour game max. Let me write that down. Let me write that down. Oh, I got your emotes, chat. It's cornbread and chicken where I come from. Front porch, spitting, picking something on the front porch. Working hard. I don't know the lyrics to these songs. I just think I do. Untitled Goose Game. Sorry, I have to write this down or I'll forget. Speaking of animals, have you seen Neil the seal? No. I have not. Seals are cute though. I like seals. It's probably gonna be a short stream today, by the way. I'm a little nervous about the storm. The blizzard weather. And I want to call my parents and make sure everything's okay at the farm. We were supposed to sort cattle this weekend. I don't think we're going to be sorting cattle. Way too cold. Seals are just aqua puppers. Yeah, they're so cute. Hi, Mac. Hope all will be well. Oh man, this shit sucks on the farm. Winter is hell on a farm. You have to wake up super early and you have to chop the ice for the animals to drink out of. And you have to do all your chores in the freezing cold. It sucks. It really sucks. Everything's frozen. Everything's broken. Things don't work in -40 cold. Everything breaks. All the animals have to go in like the barn, so you have to like keep them in there, and it's just like chaos because they don't want to be in there. Also, did you know chickens like don't lay in the winter? At least not here because it's too cold. They just refuse to lay eggs. They're like, nah, I'm good. I'm not laying eggs. It's too cold. And I'm like, honestly, relatable. I would do the same if I was a chicken. I'd be like, nah, fuck that. I'm not laying eggs.
Cave cheered X100, your goose story reminded me, we once had a chicken adopt us. We tried to chase her away from our property, but she would always return and never go beyond the property limit. Chase of cats and dogs entering the front yard and lay delicious eggs. Miss her.
That is so cute. I actually love chickens. Chickens are awesome. I love them. Laying eggs at -40 sounds as masochistic as it gets. Do they just bloat full of eggs? No. Taka, the eggs don't like pile up inside them. They just don't have to produce them. Like chickens don't lay eggs until they're a bit older too. They have to be like in good conditions to like make good eggs. Fun fact, -40 is the same in Celsius and Fahrenheit. What? Really? The one egg that gets laid at -40, mother, why have you forsaken me? Can you imagine? That is like the chicken of destiny. if that chick survived -40.
A fluffy bastard cheered X100, I can relate. I'm so lazy, I've never laid a single egg in my entire life.
If I was a chicken, I'd be like one of those like crazy looking chickens, a silky, that's like basically useless. That doesn't really lay eggs or do anything, but it looks like very fluffy and funny. That's the kind of chicken I would be, like the most useless chicken, but like looks really cool. I love silkies. Cartoons lied to me. No! Curses! Didn't you say once you laid eggs as a dragon? We don't talk about that. That's private, Taka. How dare you bring that up in public? That's private. I would never discuss that. What's to make a what? That's one big omelet? How dare you talk about my eggs that way? I bet dragon eggs taste good? What the?
Custodian_in cheered X100. The goose story reminded me of the time my family went to Disney in California and a man dressed in a bear costume chased me around my brother Pram while I cried hysterically.
What the fuck? What? A man dressed in a bear costume chased around my brother's pram while I cried hysterically? Was that part of Disney or was that a homeless man? Like, I don't know if that's a Disney attraction, Rin. That doesn't sound real. That sounds more like Florida than California. It was Florida, man. Shut up, Jack. That's a different kind of predator. No! Dang, I had a story to say and I forgot because that was a crazy story.
The fluffy bastard cheered X100. Bro got the Freddy Fazbear experience.
I forget what the attraction was, but it was forever burnt into my mind. That's hilarious. And terrifying. Damn. I really want to go to Disneyland, though. Or Disney World. That's like on my wish list of things to do one day. Oh, that's good stuff. Go to Disneyland Paris. Is there like a Disneyland in like every place? Like there's a Disneyland Paris. There's a Disneyland Japan, I think. Disneyland America. Is there other Disneylands? Don't do it. It's not worth it. I just want to do it to like experience at one time. There's a German one. There's a Moscow one. Sim is gonna go there and die at the prices. And that's why I haven't gone. I don't think it's worth the money, but I still want to go one day. Taking Stim to Disney, just Stim and things. I don't know. I think if I went, I'd probably get extremely ill because that sounds like a lot of like children and people in one place and a lot of like germs. We don't have a Disneyland in Germany. We have other parks. Oh. Jizzyland. Wait, I didn't say that, did I? I didn't mean to. I'm just... She's allergic to children. I'm allergic to everything. You'd be sick for weeks after that? Yeah, I think I would get extremely ill if I went to an amusement park. I also don't like rides. I don't like theme park rides, so I probably wouldn't even... I just want to go to see the attractions and then leave. Buy some Minnie Mouse ears. Take a picture in front of the castle and then leave. You'd be doing nothing but drinking. I don't really like attractions like that. I get scared of roller coasters and I throw up when I go on rides, so probably shouldn't do that. I paid money to see you go on a roller coaster. I would be like one of those people in the videos that goes unconscious on the roller coaster. That would be me. My poor little heart couldn't take it. I would just pass out. My body would just be ragdolling on the roller coaster. That's exactly what would happen. I have like a mouse's constitution. Human hamster ball for Stim. That sounds kind of fun. I don't know. I'm not really a amusement park person. I don't like the smell of piss and vomit and like really loud noises and flashing lights and crying children and like really dangerous rides that give you whiplash. That all sounds awful to me. I'm not really an amusement park person. And really expensive like shitty deep fried food. I don't know, man. You must hate flying then. I do hate flying. But when you put it that way, you don't like the smell of piss and vomit, weirdo. That's like what every amusement park has smelled like to me. It's also usually like in the summer, so it's extremely hot and everyone's sweaty and sunburnt and it's just like gross. Everything's like sticky from like spilled candy and like pop and stuff. Ugh. I think you have only gone to bad places. Stop going to Pissland. Hey, I've just gone to like normal places. Not like Disneyland, but like I guess small city amusement parks. Where the fuck have you gone? Wait, is that not the normal amusement park experience? I feel like that's every amusement park ever. I basically grew up right beside Wonderland. I've been like 3 times. You're describing like a roadside carnival. Yeah, those are the ones I've been to, actually. You're right. I haven't gone to like an actual place. I just go to like the traveling carnivals that stop in random towns. That's exactly what I'm describing. I haven't been to like a real amusement park. Those are bad. That's like my only experience with amusement parks. I don't like live in a city. So like that's like the kind of traveling carnivals I've seen. It's like the carnival's in town for 3 days. And everyone goes and it's just like hell on earth. And it's like really shady and like weird and everything stinks. And everything's sticky and it's very expensive. That's my amusement park experience. So you did go to Pissland because it is hell on earth? Well, that's probably why I don't like amusement parks then. Thank you for the hydrate, Jitters. Jitter. But then I see like all the people go to Disney World and they'll have like cute like Disney ears and they're like, oh my god, it's the happy place on the planet. And I'm like, I'm missing out. I have fear of missing out, FOMO. Last time I went to one, I argued with the guy that was running a game because I had to like pop so many balloons to get the big prize. And I swear I popped the right amount of balloons with the darts. And he was like, oh, you get this like little shitty keychain. And I was like, no, dude, I did the thing that you said and I should get the big prize. And he's like, no, actually, you only qualify for this. But for $20 more, you can try again. I got scammed. I spent like $50 trying to get that stupid teddy bear thing. All I got was a keychain. Stim, you're arguing with carnies. They're known scammers. Hasn't everyone been scammed at a carnival before? Did you keep it? I do have it somewhere. No? I broke the record at the last shooting gallery I've been and won a cool knife. Well, we're not all Utaka. That's really cool, though. You have to gaslight them hard enough? I don't know. I got intimidated because he asked another carny to come over and talk to me, and I was like, you know what? I'm scared of conflict. This is fine. I'll just take my keychain and leave. Minus $60.
Bex_Tism cheered Dex 100. Hey, you give me the big prize. I have a hunting license, you know.
Folded instantly. Hey, they were like really creepy carny guys. I wasn't gonna anger them. But the best thing at carnivals is the little mini donuts. Man, I could go for some little mini donuts right now. I won at the axe throwing contest, won a cool axe. That is so cool! What? The best thing I won at a ring toss is a battery-powered motor scooter? What the? My carnivals did not have prizes like that. My carnivals had like a blow-up hammer and like a big stuffed animal. You guys have cool prizes at yours. Wow! I could smash elephant...
The
a funnel cake right now and elephant ears.
Just so you know, carnies are an overabundant species and thus can legally be hunted for sport.
Like who decides to join a traveling carnival? Like what makes you want to do that? Like do you think they get paid like lots of money? How does that work? Do you think they get a commission? Felons? Meth? Poverty? Really? Do you think they make good money? Life on the road? Performers are different than carnies. Yeah, no, I'm talking about like traveling like fairs and carnivals, not like performers. It's the closest thing we have in real life to going on a fantasy adventure. I guess you're right. They don't check references or education. They take basically anyone. Oh, okay. I guess that's a good job for someone who can't get a normal job, maybe. That's kind of sketchy, though. They work with kids. Isn't it? If I think about it, isn't like the main attraction children at carnivals? Huh. That's kind of weird. The X-Files episode in the carnival is still one of my faves. I've never seen X-Files. It was too scary for me. Leah wants to go to clown school, so you could ask her to join the traveling carnival? What the? Leah wants to go to clown school? Why? That's crazy. There's actually a clown school, and they have to like get a certificate or something. Or you have to be like a certified clown? I went to clown school? Bex, what is clown school like? What? Wow.
The fluffy
That's
bastard
crazy.
cheered X100.
I want to know what it's like.
You're telling me that my childhood favorite carny, Molesto the clown, didn't have a proper background safety check?
Certified clown is crazy on a resume. There might still be a clown shortage. What? I was a clown at a circus once. What? I learned to juggle and still walk and unicycle. What? Oh my god, thank you, Warp Leviathan, for 5 gifted. Thank you. Oh, we got a treasure train. We got a treasure chain. Choo choo choo. 35% off 5 gifted subs. Thank you. Thank you, Warp Leviathan. Sim, can you do a stream where you interview Bex? The amount of cool and weird shit is insane. Bex, do you want to be interviewed live on stream? Can I interview you like a job? Can I have your resume? You've done like the craziest stuff. That's actually insane. All the stuff that you've done. Fear, are you gonna make a viral YouTube video where I go to clown college? Holy knocked! Wow! 20 gifted! What the heck? Thank you so much, Knocked! If you gotta get to 7 Knocked, please say thank you in the chat. Wow! And Major Sam! What? Thank you, guys! Thank you! Thank you, Major Sam, for the 5 gifted. Thank you! You guys are awesome. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Dang, that's a lot. Thank you, everybody. And Invincible! Oh my gosh! Invincible, thank you for the 10 gifted! I'm gonna lose my voice. I have to stop screaming. Thank you so much. Wow. Thank you. Thank you, Invincible. And Mac! Holy Mac with the 20 gifted! What the? Jesus, thank you so much, Mac. Thank you. If you got a gifted sub from Mac or Invincible or Major Sam or Custo's Knocked or Warp Leviathan, please say thank you in the chat. Please, 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 thank you. Really appreciate the love and support for the treasure train. Thank you. Stim is going to Disney. I do want to go to Disney one day, but I probably wouldn't want to go by myself. I have to convince my friends to go. And my friends, I mean my one friend. Cracktopus! Woo! Thank you, Crack. Thank you. And if I get the subs, Cracktopus, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate that so much. Thank you, Crack. I hate to go to gift and run, but I gotta head back to work. Bye, Mac. Have a good day. This is your title. Wait, what? This is your time reminder because you said you want to keep it short today. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I have to keep it short. I have to keep it short. We gotta watch reacts. I do want to call my family after stream and see how things are there with
those
the
love
cold.
cannons firing, lads. This dragon deserves all you've got. Fire.
Instead at Disney, I raise you Warhammer World. I do want to go to Warhammer World too. I think I'd probably enjoy Warhammer World more than Disney, to be honest, because I just said how much I didn't like amusement parks and stuff. I wish Warhammer World was an actual theme park and not a big store. They have like a cafe and stuff, don't they? They probably have big like attractions and things that just aren't like rides. I don't know. Watch Warhammer World turn out more expensive than Disney. I might be going to Warhammer World this June or July after going to a bunch of war museums in the UK. Oh my god, that sounds so fun! I would love to do that too. That's like, I want to go to museums. Whoa, Bits! Holy shit, Bits! Holy shit, Bits. I don't know why that sounded so funny. Thank you, Bits, so much for the 20 gifted. What? Wow, thank you. That's crazy. Thank you. Thank you, Bits, for the 20 gifted. Thank you. Holy shit, Bits. I have such a way with words, don't I, chat? Can we turn shit bits into a new saying? That's going on a t-shirt. If I made a t-shirt though, chat, what would my slogan be? A modern poet? I have a way with words. It was funny because like management was saying we should like have like a slogan or something. What do you mean? I'm just a girl. They said that we should have a slogan that's like recognizable for your brand, and I'm like, I don't have any like slogans. I don't have anything I say that's like cute. Casson, thank you! Thank you so much, Casson, for the 5 gifted. What the hecky? Thank you! Thank you, Caston. I really appreciate that. If you gotta get this up, and Caston, please say thank you. What? That's your slogan? Well, I got sent to the oubliette and all I got was this t-shirt. I like, what do you mean, all together in capitals? I guess I have a few. I have, what do you mean? To the oubliette, and I'm just a girl. I feel like if I said I'm just a girl, though, the feminists would get mad at me. But I get canceled over that. Oh, and the green violence. I have the green violence too. I still think like the green violence and like metal, you know how like they have that metal font for like metal bands would be so, it would go so sick. Sicko mode. Green violence, but like in metal text. People will be like, what band is that? And you could like link them to my YouTube. It's actually an anime woman. It would be a very gentle cancellation. It's fine. Green violence is great too. On a sweater it would go hard. I would love a what do you mean shirt going across the midsection of the waist all around the shirt. If you go metal enough, the band logos become unreadable scribbles. That's true. I can't really read band logos for metal bands, especially if they're like Swedish. You can make a tour t-shirt with a bunch of fake locations and dates in the stimdom. Oh my god, that would be amazing! That would be amazing. Please do t-shirts. Maybe I've been thinking about it. I know Leah's done t-shirts. I've been thinking about it. What do you mean is the first song on the Green Violence album? What do you mean? Actually, I have to ask you something, chat, since this was a sub goal. Hold on. My manager got back to me on Stim Peasant plushie stuff. Let me ask what you would prefer. Because you need to help me, because I'm just a girl. Alright, is this too big for a plushie? Is this size too big? I don't really know. To me, it seems big, but would you want a plushie this big? We're working on it. We're working on it. 30 centimeters big for the Stim Peasant plush. Is 30 centimeters too big? That's like a honkin' plushie. That's 1 foot. That's pretty big, isn't it? Aren't like Fumos smaller than that usually? Like this isn't a Fumo. This is like a Stim Peasant plush. Not too big. It's like a size of a ruler. It's a chonky plush. That sounds like a life-size Stim Peasant. 30 centimeters is moderate? Okay. I was looking at other VTubers like mascot ones and they were smaller, like 9 inches. So I thought 12 inches is pretty big. Thank you so much for the hype train. Level 11 hype train chat. Thank you, Stim Peasants. Are you saying the average is 9 inches? For VTubers, I think. When I was looking up for reference, 9 inches isn't small. I meant for VTuber plushies, 9 inches seems to be a standard. But when the supplier came back with 12 inches, I was like, that's pretty big. But like, if you guys want the big plush, I can do it. I just didn't know if that was too big. I thought it would be really, it's kind of cute because they're like, they're like quite rotund, so it's like a little soccer ball. Is it bigger than Mochi's? It will make for some good memes. Yeah, I think it's bigger than the Fumo plushies. That's basically a life-size plush. Okay. If you want it smaller, I can make it smaller. It'll be cheaper if it's smaller, for sure. But 30 centimeters, they were like, we could do 30 centimeters if you like. And I was like, damn, that's pretty big. That's a big Stim Peasant. Do a Stim Peasant kicking competition. Yeeting the Stim Peasant? That would be so funny. It'd be a perfect pairing for my Mike Wazowski plush. That's so funny. I'd say it's a bit big. Okay, another thing is, if I do the big plushie, I have to make sure I sell 100 of them. Which is a little concerning. I don't know if I can sell 100 of them. So, hold on, let me read the details here. I need expected quantity, size of plushie. Easy, I think you might sell out. I don't know, that's a lot of plushies. If I go smaller, I can probably lower the requirement. Did they give an approximate price? I assume it's the price of a Fumo, which is like $39.99 USD. I think that's what Virus Fumos were. 39? Were they? Or were they 49? They might be 49. Who bought a Fumo? Who knows? They were like $40 to $50, I think, which is quite expensive. But I think this would be cheaper because I think Fumos have more detail. That's a good price. I will make one or more. From Makeship? No, we're not going through Makeship. We have our own suppliers. We do our own merch instead of going through what do you mean? What would that be called? A go-between company? She's calling us undetailed. I mean, there's less detail in an animal plush and a Fumo because a Fumo has like all the clothing and stuff. Did they give you an estimate for a smaller version? No, they didn't yet. A third party, yeah. We don't go through a third party. We do it all ourselves. How is shipping Stim? Shipping, I think international shipping I think is it $20 or $30, chat? It's It's not like estimated. It's like a baseline shipping. Hi, Stim. You did good at teaching mochi. Thank you. Thank you, Mako. It was $20? Okay, it's $20 shipping base or shipping anywhere. And I think it's cheaper for the US. Hi, Dima. I think yeah, Glitchstars has like baseline shipping. It's $20 international and I think $10 in the US, which is nice. It doesn't like go up crazy depending on where you are. It's just like baseline. It's the tax that gets me? Yeah, it's the tax. This reminds me, I'm looking forward to the Dono merch. What merch? What merch? We should okay, I'll get quotes on the smaller plush and then we'll make a poll. That's a good idea, Prince. We'll make a Discord poll. I actually like don't have much merch on the shop right now. Everything's sold out except for the card sleeves, I think. I think everything's sold out of my merch. RIP. Christmas I meant. Oh yeah, the Christmas merch. It's been ordered, I'm pretty sure. It's been like made, so it should be coming out within the next couple months. Same with my birthday stuff. It's been ordered. Yay! Yay, merch has been ordered. It's being produced. Woo-hoo! Okay, I'm gonna go get my coffee and then we will watch the Pig War from Oversimplified. That's good. It means your stuff is in demand. I have a very awesome audience that buys my merch, which makes me happy. Thank you guys. Because if people buy merch, that means Glitchstars will make more merch. If people don't buy the merch, then we're less likely to get merch. So because you guys are buying my merch, I can keep putting new merch out. It makes me really happy. Thank you guys. I hope you like it. I think Glitchstars does really good merch, actually. It's like some of the highest quality merch I've ever got. I think because we do things ourselves, we find really good suppliers and we test out the merch before we sell it. So it's good quality, which is important to us. Okay, let me be right back. Let me BRB. And then we'll start the reacts. I'm just gonna get my fresh coffee. Okay, I'll be right back. Don't go nowhere. We're gonna learn history. Why are you guys acting like I'm gone? I'm right here. Why were you saying that I was never coming back? You were gone forever. I counted. Sim is gone, boys. Oh wow! Were you having a memorial for me? The piano? What? It's because we lack object permanence. What would you say? What would you say at my memorial? Would you say we lost the funniest, prettiest, smartest girl ever? R.I.P. Stimpack VT. She's just a girl, oh man. The most washed. She died as she lived, being just a girl. She loved Beastman a bit too much. She's the one I used my Prime sub on each month. R.I.P. Yay, oversimplified. I think the part 4 Punic War vid is supposed to come out this year or 2027. Yay! Stim died the way she lived, overestimating her capabilities. What? I never overestimate myself. I know how talented and skilled I am. Alright, let's watch this. We have lost the sun in the sky and scent of flowers on the breeze. All is darkness now. Wow, Bex. You should write that down. That's beautiful. Stim probably died from something dumb.
With it.
Probably, yeah. She may have been a dork, she may have been cringe at times, but she was our cringe dork and we loved her for it. We will never forget our princess or the way she died tripping over the stairs of the castle. That probably would happen to me. It'd be something stupid. Alright, are we ready, chat? Wait, is the sound working?
30-day money-back guarantee.
It is. Excellent. Excellent. Wow, we're starting the video off with NordVPN. The Pig War, but oversimplified. I don't have any idea what this is about. I hope it involves pigs. And I hope we learn something today, chat. What those pigs be doing? They're rolling around in the mud. Being pigs, being happy. Same, learning first time with you. Alright, let's go, Lynn. Let's go.
Guarantee. Trouble sleeping? Need someone to snuggle? Then why not snuggle? Me! The limited edition oversimplified plushie.
I'm taking notes. I'm taking notes. I'm gonna do a marketing campaign like this for my Stim Peasant plush.
Is available for pre-order for a few days only. Get it quick along with some beautiful new character pins. Look at us, boys. We've only gone and bloody done it. We beat the Brits and secured independence.
I feel like I missed something here. Is this like a video in a series? Because I don't know what we're celebrating. We beat the Brits and secured our independence. Okay. This is America. I can tell by the flag. America! American Revolution. Ah.
Now to expand westward and conquer the rest of the continent. Thomas? It looks like a bunch of different people already live out west. What?
Thomas Jefferson, the inventor of electricity. Never mind. Wait. No, that was Ben Franklin. Because he had the kite. Well, I was wandering around and now I'm going, well, someone's watching Oversimplified Pig Wars. I know I'm staying. Welcome, new person. No, I corrected myself. I got mixed up with the old guys. It was Ben Franklin. Benjamin Franklin. Who's Thomas Jefferson then? Was he a president? Both of those are wrong? Oh. Wait, who invented electricity then? Welcome, new person. Bye, new person. President and founding father of the USA. Were you thinking Thomas Edison? Oh, was I? You don't invent electricity. What did Benjamin Franklin do with the kite then? Did he discover electricity? Franklin discovered lightning was electricity by flying a kite. I see. Well, anyways.
What? Oh no, that means we can't expand. I hate my life. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I didn't say they were white people.
Wait, we don't need subtitles on. He has his own subtitles. The Pig Wars.
At the end of the Revolutionary War, when the United States secured its independence from
Wait, no, we do need subtitles. Jesus Christ.
Great Britain, the two sides met in Paris to settle the terms. Among various things, they discussed American territorial gains, and the British granted them a generous amount of land out west. However, Benjamin Franklin appeared to have an additional fascination. Oh, Canada. So voluptuous.
Wait, they're going after Canada? Is this about Canada? Oh my god, my people. Oh no, they're gonna go after Canada? We're nice guys. Don't bug us. We're doing our own thing here.
You think we can maybe acquire some of that? Quit ogling our territory. But look at those curves. I'd worry less about Canada's curves and more about your own curves, Benjamin. Many in America suggested that one day, the Canadian colonies should become a part of the United States. In response, Britain suggested that many in America should shut the hell up.
Oh right, we were still owned by Britain at that time. Canada mentioned. I'm so happy. I feel like I'm a side character of history that got mentioned one time in one video, and I'm like, yay! We exist! Yay!
Well, if Britain wasn't going to give up Canada, then the two sides had to agree on where to put their border. Easy enough for the most part. Follow some existing borders, add in a few rivers and lakes, maybe even a parallel for good measure.
Wait, this is when we burned the White House down! Yay! Arson!
But then there was a question. What would happen here? Straight line, straight line. And so it was. The border would go from the northwesternmost point of this perfectly oval-shaped lake and continue in a straight line westward until it met the Mississippi River.
Oh,
Perfect.
Mississippi.
Or was it? Well, as it turned out, the lake didn't actually look like this, but like this. And the Mississippi wasn't here, but here. So in the end, none of that made even the slightest bit of sense. Don't blame the Founding Fathers. They were just using the best map available. Blame the guy who made it. But to the minds of the day, the issue had been solved. And it was finally time to start getting along.
Oh wow, we're drawing our borders. Okay. Canada took in a lot of British loyalists from the States after the war. Ah.
Oh, back to war they go.
Oh, never mind.
The Glorious War of 1812 saw the Americans try to invade Canada, and the British burned down the White House.
Yay!
But when all was said and done, it was pretty much a draw. And once again, America and Britain had to enter into peace negotiations. By now, both sides realized the original border they came up with was a piece of hot garbage. And since America had also recently obtained a huge amount of land from Napoleon, they decided they would need to re-examine the border issue.
The lake issue is still an issue.
Straight line, straight line. And so it was. To fix the problems of the previous border agreement, they decided to go from the northwesternmost point of this lake, as had been previously agreed, down to the 49th parallel, and from there the line would go straight as an arrow up until the Rocky Mountains. But beyond the Rockies, the two sides couldn't quite agree on
what? This sounds so arbitrary. Some guys in an office somewhere looking at a map being like, why don't we just draw a straight line? That's literally how they just decide. Straight line works. History is arbitrary, I guess.
Where it would go next, because both sides claimed the territory beyond the Rockies was theirs. See, throughout its early history, America as a nation had its...
Wait, I actually know geography here. That little island, isn't that Vancouver Island? Is this Vancouver area here? I think it is. And like Oregon, Portland. Yay! I actually know geography here!
Heavily fixated on all that juicy land out west, ripe for invasion. I mean, settlementation. America wanted to expand. Not only was it their right, some believed it was a destiny given to them by God himself to multiply and spread across the continent, like rats.
Pioneers!
Or disease. Okay guys, just before...
like rats or disease. The only people who know of Vancouver Island lived on it. The secret is out. I feel like Vancouver Island has become the new Vancouver. Like Victoria is like the place to be. It's a very nice place.
Take over everything. God definitely said this is what we're meant to do, right?
Yeah, that's what he said, right? Isn't that what he said?
And who was it who spoke to God?
It was Billy, right? I thought it was Sharon's cat. I hear voices all the time.
Well, it was one of us. There's no way we made this whole thing up to justify a ruthless collective
Well, it had to be one of us. There's no way we made all of this up to justify.
imperialist tendencies. All right.
Oh
well,
my God.
in that case, let's get out there and make the world a better place, just as God intended.
Oh no, the buffalo!
This belief in divinely destined expansion would later be given its very own name, Manifest Destiny. But America wasn't the only one interested in controlling the Western territories.
Not the
At the time,
buffalo.
Canada was made up of a number of colonies, collectively referred to as British North America.
Rupert's Land. This is the first time I'm hearing of Rupert's Land, and I'm Canadian. British North America. Okay.
This one over here was owned by the Hudson's Bay Company, a British charter company
yeah, I knew
dedicated
that.
to turning as many beavers as possible into as many felt hats as possible
fur
as quickly
traders.
as possible, and the indigenous people became a key supplier. As a result, the British were also eager to control the land out west and secure that region's valuable resources.
Why is Upper Canada south of Lower Canada? It doesn't have to make sense. We're Canadians.
And in particular, the Great Columbia River was deemed vital to the beaver business. So when it came to the question of what would happen to the border beyond the Rockies, the conversation went a little like this. The line should keep going straight because we're manifestly destined to gain the entire North American continent. No, we need this river so we can keep scalping beavers. Look, why don't we just draw the border along the river? That way we both have access to it.
That makes
Well,
sense.
that would be a completely fair compromise that protects the interests of both parties. And there's no way I'm ever gonna agree to it!
Yeah, that does make sense. Yeah, we're not doing that because I said so.
Having come to a roadblock, both sides simply agreed that for now, they would jointly occupy the Northwestern Territory. They were both free to settle and trade there. But rest assured, the agreement was only temporary. Eventually somebody would get their way. Listen, Yank, we can jointly...
You know what? This feels really weird as a Canadian watching America and the UK fight over Canada and us having no say in it. I don't know. This feels really weird. I feel like I'm just like watching mom and dad fighting right now or something. It feels really weird. It's because you weren't a thing back then. We were British. I know, but it just seems weird. Like there's no Canadian flag or anything. We're just like a little baby. Yeah, colonialism. Can we call you Maple Dragon? No, that's too confusing because we have a maple and glitch stars. Bro, you got Monopoly money. You're not real. We're real! I promise you, we're real. We're poor, but we're here.
Occupy this land, but I ain't sharing anything else. I don't want to see you using my toothbrush. I don't want to catch you wearing my underwear. And I don't want to catch you using my computer and selling my data to advertisers. Well, then you, my friend, should use NordVPN.
Oh my god.
What the fuck? Do you like giving strangers your passwords to
Cool
your most
Kitten
important
Guy
online
69?
accounts? Me neither. And that's why I use NordVPN. NordVPN has thousands of secure servers in over 60 countries, allowing you to safely surf the net at the fastest speed possible.
Chat, I don't
It
believe
works across
Canadians are
all your
real.
devices,
I'm
so you're
real!
protected
I'm
on the
real!
go. Even 6 of them simultaneously. And it's super easy to use. With just
Eating
a
my
click of a button, you
poutine,
can head on over to
wearing
South
my
Korea
toque,
and watch every single BTS video known to mankind. With
doing
NordVPN,
hockey
you no
stuff,
longer need to worry about those shady websites, annoying pop-ups,
snowmobiling,
or undesired eyes spying on your browsing history.
ice hockey.
And you can even unlock content that's been blocked in your
Ay.
country, like this video.
Ay.
It even comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee. So why not go to NordVPN.com
That's what an AI Canadian would say.
oversimplified to get a 2-year plan with a huge discount, plus an additional month for free. And as always, you'll be supporting my channel. So thank you. Now where were we?
You girls, you can get poutine in the United States. I'm sure of it. There's got to be a poutine place in the United States. It has to have squeaky cheese, though, or it's not good.
Yeah. Bickering over boundaries, manifesting destiny, and a joint occupation of Oregon. And one man living here who felt the territory should
Fort
be
Vancouver.
British was
Wait, Vancouver! But it's in the wrong spot. It's not where Vancouver is. Is this the first Vancouver?
James Douglas, the Hudson's Bay Company's no-nonsense chief factor at Fort Vancouver. What a
Vancouver,
beautiful,
Washington.
unspoiled corner of the British Empire. I've got my spotted dick, my Spice Girls fan club membership, and an unrelenting negative outlook on life that affects everyone around me. What are you looking at, Steven?
That is British. A negative outlook on life that affects everybody. Being grumpy is a British trait, is what I'm realizing. Yes.
Yes. Truly British. What the?
What the blazes? The McDonald's!
The problem for
Let's drop a McDonald's bomb on them.
men like Douglas was
Cheeseburgers
that
for
many Americans had
everyone.
already begun streaming up the Oregon Trail. Gunslinging, howdy neighboring, diarrhea having.
Yeehaw,
By the
mother
thousands,
trucker!
they were pouring into the Oregon Territory in search of land to settle and farm. This, however, crowded out the fur trade, and eventually, a very bitter Douglas and the other Hudson's Bay traders at Fort Vancouver were ordered to relocate north to a new base of operations.
Oh my god, Fort Victoria! Like Victoria! Like the city! Cool!
But the Americans keep coming and they don't stop coming. Hopped in their wagons and they hit the ground running. Didn't make sense to keep sharing Oregon when they outnumbered the Brits more than 6-1. And suddenly, the whole joint occupation deal was being called into question. Newly elected President Polk maintained that America had an obvious claim to the entire region, even implying a possible war with Britain. Fiery language from U.S. senators declared that American rifles would annihilate the Hudson's Bay Company in Oregon, and America even gave Britain notice that it was pulling out of the joint occupation agreement.
Oh my god,
The
how
British
dare they!
were alarmed as the two sides stood on the brink of war. But in the end, neither truly wanted to fight. The British favored maintaining good economic relations, while the Americans had already gotten themselves into a war with Mexico. So after a bit of back and forth, the British finally said, "Fine, you wanted a straight line? There's your straight line."
Wow, we gave in to their demands. No! We did it!
And so, the agreement was made. The border would continue
GG,
directly to the
easy.
Strait of Georgia. But because the British insisted they keep Vancouver Island, it would then move south through the center of the channel and on to the Pacific Ocean. Finally, the issue of the northwest border had been solved. Hold the phone.
Oh.
Discrepancy detected. Enhance frame, 200%.
What's happening here?
Enhance.
Oh, there's an island! Who gets the island?
Enhance. Oh, too far. Perfect. Now, show me the exact wording of the treaty. The line of boundary goes to the middle of the channel, and thence southerly through the middle of said channel? But there's loads of channels.
Oh.
So, you tell me, dear viewer, which channel is the treaty referring to? And therefore, who owns these islands? Is the wording of the treaty maybe a little too vague?
I don't even know what these islands are. I've never seen these islands in my life. Are they still... Oh, obviously they're still there. I don't know what islands these are. I would assume they're part of Vancouver Island.
Well, that's exactly the problem encountered by the people living in the area.
They're imaginary,
The
don't
British
worry about
insisted that
it.
The channel intended by the treaty was the Rosario Strait, and therefore the islands were British. The Americans, on the other hand, argued that the intended channel was the Harrow Strait, and therefore the islands were American. At times, the debate became rather heated. Even the individuals who negotiated and signed the treaty at times didn't seem entirely sure which channel the treaty meant, and representatives from the Hudson's Bay Company begged them to make it clearer. But thousands of miles away, the people in power simply had more to worry about than some tiny islands in the middle of nowhere.
What's going on in London at this time? Oh.
All right, listen up, we got a lot to get through. The 7th Earl of Gissingham says he encountered a foul beast in the fields of Upper Fardingdom late last night and put this sketch together? But that's a poor person, Darren. Ugh, next, Lord Piddlingham says he has a new mole on his backside? How is that parliamentary business, George? Oh, some islands in the Pacific Northwest are in dispute and could lead to a war with America? Boring! Fine, let's take a look at that mole, George.
I mean, why would they care about some little islands off the coast of Canada? Is that where
And so, for
Disneyland
now,
is?
the islands were simply held in dispute. Were they British or were they American? I'm sure this conflict won't cause anyone to die. And one man who thought the islands were undeniably British was James Douglas, now the governor of Vancouver Island. He had already once had American
James
settlers
Douglas.
encroach on his territory and force him to move. And by golly, he wasn't going to let it happen again. As far as he was concerned, those islands were not only British, but prime agricultural land.
I feel like I remember learning about James Douglas. Was there a commercial about him in Canada? And it was like all British propaganda? There's like a great Canadian hero, James Douglas, who was British or something. I don't know, but that sounds like something that would be on Canadian television.
And given the chance, those glubby Yanks wouldn't hesitate to start pitching flags with their glubby little hands. And so, he came up with a plan. If the British settled the islands first,
Heritage
then that would
moment.
surely
Yeah,
secure them
something like
for Britain.
that.
And so in 1853, Douglas sent an Irishman by the name of Charles Griffin, along with some Hawaiian shepherds, to go set up a
What
sheep.
the? There's a British guy sent an Irish guy and some Hawaiian guys to some islands in Canada. What has happened? What?
Farm on San Juan Island and set up a sheep farm. They did. The place was rammed with sheep, 1,369 to be exact. But within those flocks of woolly cowards could also be found a number of beautiful, prized Berkshire pigs. Oh, Porky.
Well,
you
that
look
damn, that's a nice looking
stunning.
pig.
You're the greatest thing that's ever happened to me.
Oh, this is where the pig and pig war comes from.
Would you perhaps like to go to the island bowl together tonight? Oink once for no. Roll around in that cow crap if yes.
Yes! I'm covered in poo and I'm the luckiest man alive!
Pigs
But life
do
on the
love
island for
poop.
Charles Griffin wasn't to be a perfect paradise of pig pageants.
Whoa.
Because unfortunately for him, the Americans also believed the island was theirs. One day, in 1854, an American customs collector was sailing around the islands on the outlook for bands of native tribesmen when he spotted something. Aha! I've got you now, you savages. Over yonder. Those are sheep, sir. Sheep, you say? What are they doing here? Let's go and negotiate with them. Negotiate with sheep? Are you crazy?
I'm perfectly stable, you rat bag! Call me crazy again and I'll eat your
Oh
arm!
my god.
Hello, good sir.
What American, what did he call them? Like debt collectors or something? Just go home. Go away. Leave our sheep alone. We're happy here. The tax people. Goddamn IRS coming to Canada. Essentially tax collectors. Get the hell out of here.
We
We'll burn down your White House again. The IRS cannot be stopped.
request to speak with your leader. Out of my way. Allow me to parley with this foul beast. Hey, stop threatening my sheep.
Leave our sheep alone.
You mean to tell me that you, a British subject, have illegally imported these sheep into American territory? I'll have you know that you, an American, are currently trespassing on British territory.
Uh-oh.
The Americans felt that they
Uh-oh.
were entitled to collect taxes on the British property, you know, because the island was American.
Oh my god, the IRS. That is so funny, actually. The IRS literally took a boat to this island to get taxes. To get tax money. No one is safe, not even the sheep on this island. That's crazy. That's actually crazy.
And they
what?
threatened seizure if dues weren't paid. The British, meanwhile, threatened to arrest the Americans, you know, because the island was British. And the two sides
Thank you for the tier 3 circles. Thank you. Oh, we got new neighbors. Let's go tax them.
were in a standoff. To give Charles Griffin the legal power to deal with the American trespassers, Douglas said, "Hey, put on this wig." Boom, you're a magistrate now. And in turn, Griffin went to one of his Hawaiian shepherds and said, "Hey, I'm making you a constable. Put on this badge." The British then went off to arrest the US Customs inspector. But, being an American, he emerged from his tent with 4 pistols and a
What
giant...
is even happening? What is even happening right now? What the? I don't understand history, dude.
knife, so the Brits had to back down. Eventually, raids by northern tribes chased the US officer from the island, but the Americans weren't done
America.
yet. officials from nearby Whatcom County in Washington Territory believed the island fell under their jurisdiction, and they decided it was time to make the British pay up once and for all. They sent one Sheriff Barnes to go confront Charles Griffin. Hey, you owe us $80.33 for all the—
Is this literally like the Wild West right now? Is that the time period we're in? The yeehaw, pew 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 Wild West? Okay, it makes more sense now. Nothing made sense in the Wild West, so that makes sense.
this farm stuff you got here. Go suck an egg!
Everybody was packing. Nobody
I
followed
see.
rules.
So that's how it is, huh? That's how it's gonna be, is it? That's the way in which things are, eh? That be how it will, is it? Will it be how that is, huh? That be the way in which things be the way they are, is it? Get off my property! So the sheriff and other Whatcom County officials felt they were now well within their rights to seize and auction off Griffin's sheep in order to recoup lost taxes. And who would they auction these prized breeding rams off to but themselves? Then, in a pretty chaotic scene, they worked to tie the rams to their boats. And when Charles Griffin came running to rescue his kidnapped sheep, being Americans, they pulled out guns on him, and he had to back down. In all, Charles Griffin lost 34 breeding rams, and he was furious.
My
The British
prize-winning
complained to the
rams!
American government, who were shocked to hear what had been going on at their northwest border. And
Insane. This is literally insane. They're putting sheep in their boats because they're so petty. Sheep theft is unforgivable.
both governments told their officials in the area to back off. We're not trying to start a major war over some dumb sheep and a stupid island. But also, the islands are definitely ours. Under no circumstances let the other side have them. For now, both governments agreed to set up yet another boundary commission to decide which channel was the correct border.
Okay.
But it often devolved into petty bickering. The British did make one interesting suggestion, though. We could draw the border through this middle channel and split the islands between us.
Oh my god, that
Well,
makes sense.
that would be a completely fair compromise that protects the interests of both parties. And there's no way I'm ever gonna agree to it!
Damn it!
And in the aftermath of the sheep raid, James Douglas, still stationed at Fort Victoria,
What?
became even more cautious of American encroachment into his territory. Mr. Douglas, sir, it appears an Indian has discovered gold in the Fraser Canyon, just north of here. Shut up! Keep your voice down, boy. We can't risk those glubby Americans hearing about this, or our territory here will be infested.
Oh yeah, as soon as they hear we got gold, they'll be coming. Stim, imagine waking up and seeing that rude, annoying neighbor leaving with your farm animals tied to the Kia Sorento. Oh my god!
With them. Oh no!
Oh no, they're gone! Oh no! Oh no! Here they are.
The Fraser Canyon Gold Rush attracted a heap of Americans to the region. Some got lucky. Most did not. And of those that didn't, rather than returning all the way home, many simply decided to settle in the area. And in particular, the juicy green pastures of San Juan Island were rather appealing.
Oh, San Juan
Believing
Island.
the island was American territory, around a dozen American settlers moved there in the late 1850s.
Wasn't the gold rush like super brutal? I think I watched a like docu-series about it. It was just like a lawless place where anyone could just do whatever they want basically, and they just like murdered each other over like gold claims. And it was like really cold at times. This is a different gold rush, but yeah. It was get rich or die trying. Yeah, I think maybe it was like dramatized for the TV show I watched, but it was insane. There was a lot of gold rushes, but yeah, same gist. That's how it be in America. Pretty much every gold rush was like that. Like, you could just like literally take your little flag and be like, this is mine now. And somebody could like literally kill you in your sleep and be like, well, actually, this is mine now. And well, actually, this is mine now.
One of them was a man named Lyman Cutler, a young man in his mid-20s, and lazy as pie. He didn't want to have to clear a space in the forest to build his home, so he said, I'll just build my cabin right in the middle of this British sheep run.
Do
I'm
not
sure that
build
won't make anyone
cabins
mad."
here.
When he planted potato seeds in his garden, rather than building a nice protective fence around them, he said, I'll just fence in 3 sides and hope all these British farm animals have a moral compass and respect my property rights. Griffin's pig was a Berkshire, well known.
No way, we're literally fighting over pigs eating potatoes right now. Are you joking? This can't be real. This can't be real.
for rooting, and Lyman's fairly pathetic fence made for a bad combination. Numerous times he had had to chase the pig away from his property, and he once angrily marched up to Griffin's home, saying, "Hey, British farm idiot, keep your stupid pig out of my potatoes. It is up to you to keep your potatoes out of my pig." Griffin was furious with his new American neighbors.
Pigs ate my taters. This means war. Put a fence around it!
They built their homes all over his sheep pastures. And besides, what right did they have to be here anyway? It was British territory. Lyman, on the other hand, swore the local government had assured him his land claims were legitimate. And so to him, the British were out of line.
This guy and his pig
Look
is
at
so
that
funny.
Sick freak. In love with his pig. Isn't that just sick?
Is that what you guys... Is that what you guys think about me when I talk about Beastman? Look at that sick freak. Look at that sick freak over there. Mayhaps. Just so happy with her Beastman. That sick, twisted freak.
Yeah, what a freak. Not like our love, Spuddy. Ours is all natural. Yep, just a man and his
Oh.
potato. Nothing wrong with that. But the tension
Oh,
between Lyman
okay,
and Griffin
okay.
was just about to explode. What the? Spuddy?
Uh-oh.
All right, you damn
Oh no,
dirty
he's gonna
pig.
shoot the pig!
That's the final
Oh,
straw.
shit. Ah! Uh-oh, 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 uh-oh.
Lyman shot the pig.
Oh, Lyman's dead AF.
After taking a second to calm down, he felt bad about murdering Griffin's prized boar.
Oh,
So he
Lyman,
went to him and
it's
said,
so
"Hey,
Jover."
man, look, I kind of just killed your pig. It was eating my potatoes again.
Oh, he's gonna John Wick his
I kind of
ass!
just killed your pig. Killed your pig. Killed your pig.
That pig was a British subject. This is war. I totally get it, to be honest. If someone killed my pig, it's war. Look how happy they are.
You swine! No, the swine is the one I killed. I'm Lyman.
Oh,
Griffin demanded Lyman
oh.
pay $100 for the loss of the pig, an outrageous sum at the time. Obviously, Lyman refused, threatening to shoot any more animals that dared enter his property, even threatening to shoot Griffin himself. When Griffin complained to James Douglas, British officials went and confronted the pig killer. Again,
pig
they insisted
killer!
he pay up, and if he didn't, Lyman claimed they threatened to arrest him and take him back to Victoria. British officials arresting an American on American soil and trying him under British law? Now that's controversial.
Oh.
And it's a controversy that attracted the attention of an American general in charge of the Department of Oregon, one William S. Harney. This guy, General Harney, had a reputation. He's the kind of guy who invades Mexico without orders,
Oh, shit.
wasting valuable resources and creating an embarrassing situation for everyone involved. He's the kind of guy who has one of his own men arrested for writing the wrong header on a report. He's the kind of guy who finds a dog digging up his yard and then chases it for a mile and a half
What is-
just to
what?
give it a
He sounds
beating.
insane.
He hated superiors, hated being told what to do,
Just a chill dude. Yeah, he sounds just like a chill dude.
and had been court-martialed 4 times for disobeying orders. Contemporaries described him as an imbecile, all matter and no mind, an arrogant humbug, and a laughingstock. Like I said, General Harney had a reputation.
And why was he a general,
he hated
please?
The British
Why?
And was out for any opportunity to earn personal
He's STEM coded. Wait. I no. I would be great at that. Okay. I can see it. Nepotism.
glory for himself.
I'm
By some accounts,
smart.
he even wanted to become president. And so, in July 1859, when he happened to visit San Juan Island, and he learned of the plight of the Americans living there, the shooting of a pig, and the British threat to arrest Lyman Cutler, General Harney went into scheme mode.
What?
Hey, yo, Captain Pickett. Yes, sir. Listen carefully. I need you to go pick up some flowers and bring them to my place later. I've got a plan. Here I am, sir. What's the plan? Pickett? You and I are going to start a war. What do you mean, sir?
Oh my lord. This is not going to end well. All over a pig. The military was either for the rich, well-connected, or whoever they could get. That contradicts itself, doesn't it?
Okay, listen up. An American man shoots a worthless pig on San Juan Island, and the British threaten to arrest him. Outrageous. But we can use it. We get the settlers there to send us a petition saying they need American troops for protection. That's when you go with your men and occupy the island. The British will find American troops on an island they consider theirs so offensive, they won't hesitate to blow you to smithereens. Then, it's war. We bring in reinforcements and we fight back. I'll write to Washington, D.C., letting them know what's happening. But here's the kicker. My letter will take 6 whole weeks to get there. Before.
Good night, Noct. 6 weeks to get a letter? So he's just gonna do all this without... That's his loophole? He's just gonna do all of this without permission and be like, well, I wrote to you. It's not my fault you didn't get my letter faster. Honestly. I asked. You just didn't answer.
Or the government even gets a chance to respond, telling me I'm an idiot and ordering me to cease fire. The island will be ours. Hell, we could even invade Vancouver Island or British Columbia. It's foolproof. Wow, very impressive, sir. But I gotta ask, why? Well, I'll level with you, Pickett.
Why?
Historians still contest exactly what it is I'm trying to do here. It's
Nobody knows why he's doing this. Historians still don't know.
possible I'm trying to expand America's territory. Maybe I'm trying to play the hero so I can become president. Some have even suggested that since I'm a slave-owning Southerner, I may be trying to create a diversion.
Okay, I kind of see it. I can kind of see the Stim vibes. I'm not gonna lie. He did it for the love of the game. He just did it because he wanted to, because of vibes.
Help the South secede in the upcoming Civil War. But if there's one thing that almost everyone can agree on, it's that I'm an idiot. I see. But hold on.
He
What'd
was
you tell
just
me to
a
bring
girl.
flowers for? Because, Pickett,
They're pretty and I like them.
there are also historians who believe that Harney and Pickett had no secret plan at all.
Yeah,
and
we-
were not scheming masterminds, but simply hot-headed buffoons,
Oh.
genuinely outraged at the audacity
Never
of the
mind.
British and trying to protect American citizens. But the fact of the matter is, Pickett took the very controversial and extremely provocative act of landing American troops on disputed territory. He set up his camp in a very exposed position and erected a very provocative sign proclaiming that only American laws applied on the island. It was almost like he was asking to be fired upon. Or, again, maybe he was just an idiot. When a British official sent to the island to get rid of the unruly American settlers now saw that there were American troops, he demanded they leave. He was obviously told to go suck an egg. When Douglas found out, he was enraged. To him, the American landing constituted an invasion.
I mean, yes.
Harney sent a report back to the War Department
Yeah.
in D.C., justifying his actions with exaggerated claims of British villainy. But he knew it would take 6 weeks to get there, and another 6 weeks for the reply to come back. For now, the situation was entirely in the hands of local military and government officials, and the ball was in the British court. Would the temperamental Governor Douglas and the powerful British Navy respond to the
Oh,
American
yeah, the British has the Navy. Wait, they're fucked. The British has Navy. I forgot about that. What are they gonna do? They're a little island, and we have a British Navy.
provocation with force? Were Britain and America really about to go to war over the shooting of a pig? Well, if one man were to have his way, it's entirely possible they would. James Douglas had already had Americans force him out of Oregon. They had threatened his position in Victoria during the gold rush. Now they had invaded his island, and he had had it.
Damn, James Douglas just wanted to live a peaceful life with his pig on an island with his sheep farm. He was just living his life, living his best life, you know? And they came here and shot his pig. What is a man supposed to do? You can't just let that lie.
It was time to turn to the Royal Navy. You, Captain Hornby, go to the island and prevent any more Americans from landing. And take this magistrate with you to arrest Captain Pickett. Use force if necessary. Just don't do anything to start a war. Wait, you want me to use force
Use
but
force,
not start a war?
but don't start a war.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is that too much to ask? princess! When Captain Hornby got to the island and saw that the American force there was even larger than expected, his concern grew.
Princess.
He sent word back to Douglas, who in response ordered even more ships to the island. And at this point, the naval officers were like, hey man, let's talk. They were concerned Douglas's escalation was leading them to war, and they convinced him it probably wasn't a terribly good idea to just go up to an American military captain with his armed men and say, hey bucko, you're under arrest.
It's true.
Please don't shoot me. Douglas gave in. To prevent any hostilities, he canceled all orders and told the Navy, for now, to simply keep an eye on the Americans. He did send one more ship for good measure. Captain Pickett, now seeing the British ships with their guns aimed directly at his exposed camp, said, see Jeff? Look at that. We're about to get blown to bits. All according to plan. Hang on.
Oh crap, Jeff, we're about to get blown to bits! Run!
Did they not expect this was gonna happen? Did they just think they could send their troops there and hang out and just not expect any retaliation or anything?
Pickett hastily moved his camp from its very exposed position to another position, which, as it happened, was also very
Oh my
exposed.
god, they just moved to the
It
other
probably
side of
was
the
surprising
island.
to learn Pickett came dead last in his graduating class.
Oh my
Nearby
god.
American and British officials began showing up to ask Pickett what the heck he was even doing.
That is
Then
so
a bunch
funny,
of tourists showed up
what?
because a major war breaking out in their doorstep was the single most exciting thing to ever happen in any of their miserable frontier lives. One Charles Griffin was particularly unhappy. First, his pig had been shot. Now his sheep pastures were being trampled by soldiers and tourists alike. He complained to Governor Douglas, who was still pretty upset about the whole thing. Douglas felt British honor itself was at stake, so he decided that if American forces were allowed to be on the island, well then by golly, the British should be there too. It would be a joint military occupation.
Oh, that's
Upon
gonna go
hearing
well.
Douglas's new plan to land British troops on the island, Captain Hornby decided to go speak with Pickett in person. After informing him of the plan, Pickett replied that if they dared land, he would open fire. So there they were. The British had orders to land. The Americans had orders to prevent their landing. This was
Uh-oh.
it. War.
It has to be war at this point. Like, what? How are this is kind of funny, though, because, like, they keep posturing at each other, but no one actually wants to go to war, but they're pretending they do. I feel like nothing's gonna happen.
For a small island in the middle of nowhere, over a pig and some potatoes, over whether the US-Canada border looked like this or like this.
You can't even
Was
see
stupid.
it.
Hold on. This is stupid. To heck with it. I'm not landing those troops. I'm not gonna be the one who starts a war. The captain decided not to follow Douglas's order. And good thing he didn't, because pretty soon after that, the leading British admiral in the
Hi.
entire Pacific region showed up. Rear Admiral Baines outranked Governor Douglas.
Oh, wow, he disobeyed orders. Okay. Wow, okay.
When he heard of everything that had been going on, he was stunned. But when he heard that Hornby had refused Douglas's plan to land troops, Baines could have kissed him. Whether he did or not, history doesn't tell. But
We
I
do
like to
have
think
Yowie.
they
We
did.
do have
The rear
Yowie.
admiral canceled all of
One thing I've learned from oversimplified videos is there was a lot of yaoi in history. Like, for real, there was.
Douglas's orders, and instead pursued a policy of not interfering with the Americans until he could contact the British government. The Americans, not knowing the British no longer intended to land, had sent reinforcements and began fortifying. But even still, the British
Especially in
Navy
ancient Greece.
did nothing.
Especially.
And finally,
Yeah.
when word made it across the planet, informing the two governments of the ongoing crisis, everyone was shocked. Holy crap! Harney landed troops on disputed territory? Man, I hope the British don't find out about this. Buchanan? Oh crap! The British! Why are we getting reports of American troops on San Juan Island? Whoa, 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 whoa. I don't know, man. Nothing to do with me. But you're the president. What? Reckon.
I don't know, man. It wasn't me, bro. I don't know. They're just be crazy down there in the islands. I don't know.
Rich, am I the president? Yes, sir. And hey,
I don't even know what's happening. Where am I?
Looks like the southern states are considering seceding, and we're headed for the biggest crisis in the history of the nation. And it's your job to fix it, sir. Sir? Oh no.
Oh no.
Not the curtain again, Mr. President.
I'm not here.
Buchanan. Back in the Pacific Northwest, Harney was beginning to realize the government may not be terribly impressed with his reckless actions. So he began firing off even more aggressive letters, justifying what he had done.
What?
Tell him the British were sending bands of Indians to attack our men, and that they're big meanies with coal for hearts, and that they made me cry like a little girl.
Who is this
no, that
man?
makes me sound
What?
weak. They made me cry like a big girl. Yeah, that's it. When the president received Harney's new letters, his anxiety only grew stronger. Oh, crap. Hey, General Scott, please make this go away. Leave it to me, sir. General Winfield Scott was the commanding general of the entire U.S. Army.
He looks like he's seen a lot of shit in his days. Like, he has looked into the abyss and the void, and he has seen things, this man. He has seen so much, this man.
Army. Well known for his negotiation skills, he was a veteran of the Mexican-American War, during which time he had had to deal with General Harney's
did?
idiocy
The
and
1,000 Mile Stare,
insubordination.
yeah.
And he watched as Harney got away with it all, thanks to his friends in high places.
Oh, you're right. It was nepotism. It was nepotism. He literally just knew the right people and made a huge fuck up.
It's safe to say that Scott really did not like General Harney. By now, General Scott was racked with gout, and he was so big,
Oh.
he had to be hoisted onto his ship in a
Wait,
basket.
what? He was so big they had to, what? They used a crane to put him on the ship?
Nevertheless, he began the long journey to the Pacific
the-
Northwest.
How?
Okay, everyone, get over here. Will somebody please tell me what the heck is going on? I'll tell you, General. It all started on one fateful day
The first
last
real
summer.
American chat.
Spuddy? All right, you damn dirty pig. That's the final straw. What? Hey, you can't get away from...
He was sick, he had gout, it made it difficult to walk either way. I mean, I'm surprised he actually lived on a ship that long then. Like, that's crazy. That's a long voyage.
From me! Oh, look at that pig. Nowhere left to run, eh? I'm gonna enjoy this.
Lyman, if you spare my life, I grant you 3 wishes.
Was that Morgan Freeman?
So you see, General, the pig wasn't even on his property when he shot it. Liar! He's lying to you, General. I'll tell you what really happened. What a pleasant summer's afternoon here on my humble farm. It's just me and my beloved potatoes. I'm so happy. Say, Lyman, them some nice spuds you got there. Would
Oh
be
my
a shame
God.
if somebody ate them. No, not again, you beast. Leave my potatoes alone. Yeah, I'm gonna eat them, Lyman. I'll eat them, and then I'm gonna eat you. Stay back! I'll shoot! Go ahead, punk.
No, this is
Make my
crazy.
day.
What?
Shoot me! Shoot me! He made me do it!
No way he's blaming the pig. There's no way he's blaming the pig for this. The pig made me. You don't understand. He held a gun to his. He made me. You don't understand.
He made me do it. So you're telling me you guys nearly started a war with the strongest naval power in the world over the shooting of a pig? Yeah, now he's starting to get it. Not
That's
only the pig, sir.
crazy.
The British then threatened to arrest this poor, pure American soul. Thank you, General. Shut up. I don't care about you. Okay. I've made up my mind. You're an idiot. 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 You guys are fine. And you two are the most mind-numbingly brain-dead ding-dongs I've ever encountered in all my life. And I'll see you in my office. Okay, Harney.
Oh, finally.
Listen, I cut
Okay.
a deal with the Brits. Here's how it's gonna be. Both sides will maintain a small force on the island for a joint military occupation until our two governments can decide who owns the island. Now, the only way they'd agree to that is if Pickett is removed from command, so I'm replacing him with Captain Hunt here. Now, Harney, listen to me. Do not, under any circumstances, put Pickett back on that island.
Oh no.
Okay?
Oh,
I
no.
mean it, Harney.
Oh,
Do
no.
not order Pickett back onto the island. Understood? Yes, sir. Good. I'll see you glubbos
no.
later.
It could have been so simple. It could have been so simple.
Is he gone? I think so. Good. Hunt, you're fired. Pickett, you're going
Oh
back on
my
the island.
God!
All right, you psychopath. I've been waiting years for this. I hate you. I've always hated you.
Harney had not only ordered Pickett
Oh
back
my
onto the island,
God.
but his department even notified the British that it did not recognize the joint occupation settlement, while everyone else had decided on peace. Harney appeared to still be threatening war. Needless to say, a furious Winfield Scott soon removed him from command and sent him elsewhere. In Harney's absence, the joint occupation went ahead, and the troops actually got along together quite
Oh.
well. The British attended
Oh, this is nice. Okay, this is nice. Oh, the British are doing 4th of July. That's nice. Okay.
4th of July celebrations at the American camp, while the Americans visited the British for Queen Victoria's birthday. Even Pickett became good friends with his British counterpart. War, it seemed, had been avoided.
This is so
thanks
cute.
largely
This is
to
nice.
the level-headed actions of the Royal Navy and General Winfield Scott. Of course, the islands were still in dispute, and the question of who exactly owned them still had to be answered. That answer would have to wait, because while San Juan was at peace, the nation was tearing itself apart. When civil war broke out in 1861, the issue of San Juan just wasn't that important.
It's Abraham Lincoln. This is still, the San Juan thing was still around.
Harney, despite being a Southerner, remained in the U.S. Army, but was eventually removed from command at St. Louis when his loyalty to the Union came under suspicion. More famously, Captain Pickett, a native Virginian, went on to become a Confederate general. Pickett's charge at the Battle of Gettysburg remains one of the most famous moments of the entire war and marked a major turning point. U.S.
I don't know anything about this war, but I don't know if that's good or bad.
relations with Britain actually soured during the war. The British, missing their supply of southern cotton, initially looked like they may intervene on the side of the Confederacy. There was the Trent Affair, when Confederate diplomats were discovered and arrested on a British mail steamer.
He's so stupid he charged into the gunfire successfully. The Pickett guy. It was brutal. Pickett led the charge that lost the Civil War. Oh. Us Canadians don't care about the American Civil War. I don't know much about it at all. Pickett's charge did not go well. Oh.
And then there were the British-built ships sold to the Confederacy that wreaked havoc on northern commerce. When the Civil War ended, furious American politicians called on the British to pay reparations. And by now, a long list of hot issues existed between them. And yes, on that list remained, 12 years later, still the issue of who owned these gosh darn islands.
They never...
That issue, it was
Dealt
finally
with it.
agreed, would be submitted to international arbitration. The Empire of Germany would decide, with the British and
Wait, what? Why is Germany deciding what happens to these islands now? What the... Because it's a neutral party. Hi, Raiders! Welcome! Welcome, Toshinoro. Thank you, Raiders. Hi. We're doing History Reacts today. It's because Germany had no interest in the islands, and Britain and the US couldn't decide what to do on their own, so they took it to Germany to decide. So this is like what mediation is that what they call when you have a neutral third party to help you decide? Hi, it's been forever. Hello, welcome, Raiders.
Americans presenting arguments. The American argument was reportedly presented with a little more pizzazz, a little more zing.
Of course.
And in the end, when the Germans made their decision, they awarded the San Juan Islands to the United States.
That's bullshit!
When an aging Douglas heard the news, he said that there was no possible way the British argument had been presented correctly. But that was that. The British conceded. And on the 25th of November, 1872, the last British...
Skill issue, Stim. They just had a better lawyer than us, I guess. Or not even us, the British. Or was the British Canada? Kind of, I guess? I don't know. This is crazy to me.
troops left the island. As the Americans entered the British camp to raise their flag, they found that the British had removed the flagpole. One last up yours to Uncle Sam. By this time,
Get
Charles
wrecked.
Griffin had already left the island, and the Hudson's Bay Company eventually sold their sheep farm. And so, there you have it. A dangerous situation that almost brought two great powers to war, triggered by the shooting of a pig. But thanks to more level-headed minds and an eagerness for peace and cooperation, conflict was avoided. And the only casualty of this pig war was, well,
One
just a
pig.
pig. But how different could things have been? What if the British
Wait, are they
had
still
attempted
American
to
islands? Are they still American islands there? What? Human stupidity is infinite, unlike our intelligence. Yes, why would they not be? That just makes no sense to me that they're American. That actually makes me mad. I'm learning about this for the first time, and I'm mad. I don't think they should be American. They should be Canadian. What do you mean? You should invade and take them back, Stim. Germany's decision was binding. I hate this. I hate this lore.
to pick it?
Get owned,
What
idiot.
if they had landed troops? Could the two sides have actually gone to war? Could America have invaded Canada? Could it, perhaps, still invade Canada?
This is, no comments.
Think about it.
This is too on the nose.
Why not?
This video.
We have the manpower.
Oh, no.
We have the arms. It's our
This didn't go.
manifest
This didn't
destiny.
age well.
Picture a future where American Mounties wear red, white, and blue.
No, stop it,
Hail the
stop it.
stars and stripes.
What is happening in this
Where
video
Wayne
now?
Gretzky
This is
would
not-
wave the American
I
flag
gotta stop
every
the video,
4th of
guys.
July in the streets of Montreal. Maple syrup, the greatest
Holy
American
shit,
food.
this is too much.
Banff, the greatest American national
Stop
park.
it.
One united nation under the leadership
Stop
of our glorious president.
Stop the
Drake.
video.
No longer shall we tolerate
Editor,
our
cut
smug
this out.
neighbors to the
Editor,
north
cut this out.
with their affordable insulin and endless comments
Editor,
complaining
stop.
that I don't talk about Canada enough in my videos. That's right, Canadians. Watch your backs. Sleep with one eye open tonight. Because Biden's coming, baby.
Oh my
And
God,
this
stop
time,
it. Editor,
he's
cut it.
coming with a
Editor, cut this out. Holy shit, I can't believe this. Oh my God, oh my God. I opened the stream and I was flashbang by Joe. Wow. I'm actually crying right now. My stomach hurts too. Oh no, that was very poorly timed. Anyways. Honestly, I forgot about that part of the video. I don't even know what to say. Anyways, that was a great video. So we're gonna change gears here. we're gonna watch some Forged in Fire. That's what we're gonna watch, chat. We're gonna watch some Forged in Fire. Because it's fun. They make cool weapons and then they talk about them. Thank you, Lady Astrid, for the 2 months of Prime. Thank you. I'm gonna go get my snack real quick, and then we'll watch this, okay? I'll be right back. I thought we'd be done. Nice, more stream. Yeah, we'll watch one more video. It's only half an hour. We'll watch one more. Something about me, I love blacksmithing. Like, I absolutely love blacksmithing. I wish I knew how to blacksmith. I think blacksmithing is so cool. I love all these shows about like making like weapons and armor and stuff. I think they're so cool. So we're gonna watch Forged in Fire. I'm just gonna go get a quick snack because I got really hungry. I'll be right back. I'm back. My new favorite snack right now is like those nut mixes that are like, they have like sesame chips and pretzels and like nuts and corn. They're so good. Did you see? I recommended an early access fantasy blacksmithing game. I did not see that. Or maybe I saw it and forgot about it. I should look at that up. I really want a blacksmith. I wonder if I can convince my dad to make like a blacksmithing setup on the farm. Don't you need like a mentor though to blacksmith? Like I couldn't just start doing it, right? Sorry, it's very crunchy. Hi Stim and chat. I got done with work early today because we started at 4 a.m. Shadow. Wow. Who's gonna use it? I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna make a Stimdom sword. I learned how to blacksmith in Kingdom Come Deliverance, so obviously I can blacksmith now in real life. Oh wow, my hockey practice just got canceled tonight. Apparently it's so cold here that you should not go outside. There's an extreme cold warning to not go outside, and my hockey practice got canceled. And hockey practice never gets canceled, so you know it's cold. Okay, let's watch Forged in Fire. I hope I don't get like in trouble for this, because I think it shows like fake blood and damage on the dummies. So hopefully it's fine. It's just like not real. But I don't know. Sometimes YouTube and Twitch are weird. You did say there's a high chance of frostbite. Yeah, when it's this cold, you can get frostbite really easily. It's just ballistic gel. It's ballistic gel, but it's like red in Forged in Fire. It's not like green or purple like other ones. All right, let's watch Forged in Fire. The top 5 deadliest weapons of the ancient world. Damn, this show is so cool.
Attila the Huns.
Breaking news, Canadian woman gets incinerated in freak forge accident. No, these are just like dummies, I think. They're not like animals. They're just like ballistic gel. Attila the Hun, Sword of Mars.
Sword of Mars. Yes. Known as the Scourge of God, Attila the Hun was one of the most feared conquerors in history.
Wait, they do both? Oh. Do they?
The leader of the Hunnic Empire, his group of nomadic tribes wreaked havoc across Europe.
We'll just have
during
to
the
skip
5th
that
century.
part. We ain't here to
was
see
once
no
a great
pigs
ally
being
to
cut
them.
up.
He plagued
That
Roman
might actually get
territories,
me in
sacking
trouble.
major cities like Constantinople,
Legend states that Attila was given the Sword of Mars by a herdsman.
fulfilling a prophecy and a direct sign from the Roman war god Mars of his divine rule.
The lethal weapon featured a curved handle with a spear point tip that gave it exceptional control, allowing for accurate and brutal thrusts. After Attila's death in the year 453, the Hunnic
It seems like quiet. My volume's max too. That's weird.
Empire quickly dissolved. However, the story of Attila's many conquests still live on through the television miniseries Attila.
All right,
There's a show about
to find
Attila
out
the
what kind of
Hun?
lethal damage your weapon will do, I will deliver killing blows on this ballistics dummy. Randy, you're up first. You ready?
I am.
Let's do
Ballistics
this.
dummy, okay. Oh! Oh, dang! I like the guy who tests the weapons. Perfect lunch video. I'm like eating my nuts while there's fake blood spray. I feel like this might actually get me in trouble. Maybe we should watch this one. Dang it, I like watching this. I like watching these videos. Maybe this is a Discord watch along show. So I don't get demonetized. We can watch this instead. It's better watching the forging than the testing. Oh yeah, like them making it, like the blacksmithing part instead of the testing part. It's on YouTube. I think it's fine. I don't know. Sometimes YouTube's weird there because it's like rules for thee, but not for me. You know what I mean? Alex Steele has some cool blacksmithing videos. Wait, let me write that down. Alex Steele. I did see a blacksmithing video that's like, this guy made like, the armor from Lord of the Rings. Like, just like I think he just like is a blacksmithing guy. And he made like the armor of it. Is that the same guy? He made like orcish armor or something. It was really cool. YouTube is arbitrary to chance. It's true. YouTube just kind of like picks and decides who gets hit with rules. And because I'm a VTuber, I'll probably get hit with a rule break when no one else would. Unfortunately. Hey, this is another video I wanted to watch. It's actually kind of funny because I think it's a Western video. What food was served at the Wild West Saloons by Max Miller? We love Max Miller, and I haven't watched Max Miller in a long time. So we're gonna watch this one. It's food that you get out of the Wild West Saloon. Other than whiskey. I think it's whiskey that they drank mostly, isn't it?
Whenever you see an Old West saloon in a TV show or a movie, they're always drinking, but they're never eating. But people did eat at Old West saloons. Not only did they eat, but often the
Other than whiskey, not interested. Other than whiskey and cigars, they did eat food.
lunch was free, and that free lunch could be anything from a sandwich to oysters to a big bowl of the classic cowboy dish, pork and beans. So thank you to Squarespace for sponsoring this video as we see what it was like to eat in an Old West saloon, this time on Tasting History.
My favorite video of his is the Hot Wings one.
Today I am in the old mining town, the old ghost town of Cerro Gordo, which is in California, right off of Death Valley. Back in the late 19th and early 20th century, it was home to miners working in the nearby silver, lead, and zinc mines, so of course it included several saloons. Saloons that would feed and water the miners when they came down from trying to find their fortune.
Oh, wait, I was wondering. Actual ghost towns are strange. It's true. All these like mining towns and like old like towns that were around like the railroad and stuff, they don't exist anymore. They're just empty. Isn't that creepy?
Whether you were in a big city like San Francisco or a small mining town like Cerro Gordo, when you walked into a saloon, you could expect a drink and you could almost always expect some food. Now what that food was really ran the gamut. They had like fancy French cuisine with French chefs in a lot of these places, even in small towns. But then some saloons had, you know, pickled eggs and pretzels, just like you would find in many bars today.
Pickled eggs
but
and pretzels.
George Ade, when he was writing, in I believe the 1930s, he was writing about the saloons that he remembered when he was young. And he said, right in the center of the soiled table cover, you might have found a bowl of baked beans.
The owner of Cerro Gordo has a YouTube channel of him living there in a ghost town. Wait, he still lives there? By himself? Wouldn't he like not have electricity and stuff though? Like I'm assuming they cut power to those towns. That's wild.
And alongside of it, a glass of troubled water, and in the glass were immersed several forks which, the evidence indicated, had been used in hoisting beans. So the baked beans I'm making, the troubled water with utensils in it, which is basically dirty water that people have been using their utensils over and over. I'm not doing that because that's gross. Now I found lots and lots
Wait, what? They wash their utensils just by dipping it in some water? Ew. Like communal water, they just like swish it around a bit and they're like, ah, it's good to go.
Recipes for baked beans, but since saloons were making these foods for profit, I figured I would use the recipe from Cooking for Profit, which was produced with the restaurants and saloons of the Old West in mind.
Ew.
It was originally published in the San Francisco Hotel Gazette in 1886
Cutlery
and says
spittoon.
baked pork and beans. Wash and pick over a large heaping cupful of navy beans and steep them in water overnight. Put them on next morning with fresh water to more than cover and baking soda the size of a bean and let boil about an hour.
Baking soda? Why would you add baking soda to beans? Like, I get soaking the beans to soften them. That's weird.
Then carry them to the sink, pour all in a colander, letting the water run away, and put back into the saucepan with cold water enough to come up to a level. Boil again, and in a few minutes they will be soft. Season with a little salt and a tablespoon of molasses. Put them into 4-pint bowls or tin pans, lay an ounce of salt pork on each, and bake half an hour. Very simple. I actually found some even simpler.
That's a long ass time to make beans. Soak them overnight, boil them, drain them, boil them again, and then bake them. Makes the water alkaline and softens them. The baking soda? Oh, damn, those be some hard beans then.
Recipes that are literally just pork and beans, nothing else, no molasses or even salt. Then I found some really complicated ones that have cayenne and onion and lots of other seasonings.
Yum.
So if you want to add more seasoning, by all means do so. But for me, I'm following the recipe and starting with 1 1/4 cup of navy beans, 4 ounces of salt pork, scored and then cut into 4 slices, a pinch of baking soda, a teaspoon of salt, and 1 tablespoon of molasses. So first, take the beans and cover them with water and let them sit overnight. You can also rinse your pork at this time if you're using salt pork, which can be hard to find, so
I posted the channel, the Ghost Town, in Discord. Thank you, Caston. Yeah, you gotta add whiskey to your beans in the Wild West, obviously. You put whiskey to everything.
you can also use bacon, which you don't need to rinse, but if you're using salt pork, you want to rinse it a couple times. Put it in water, let it sit for about an hour, then dump it out, add more water, let it sit because it is really, really salty. Now once the beans are soaked, there shouldn't be any water left. They should have soaked up pretty much all of the water. If there is any water, dump it out. Otherwise, put them into a pot and sprinkle with the baking soda and add fresh water, just enough to cover them, plus about a 1/2 inch. Now here we have a decision to make because every other recipe that I found for pork and beans has you add the pork at this point. But this recipe doesn't have you add the pork until it's baking. The problem with that is the pork will not be cooked, and it needs to be cooked.
Oh.
So I'm guessing the recipe author just skipped that step or missed that step or has the pork cooked elsewhere, like on a skillet. I don't know.
Yeah, you probably want to add the pork to it to get the pork flavor in the beans when it's boiling, I would think. And then you just put it on top when it's baking to crisp it up. Why? You would probably add the pork when the beans are boiling. Get some pork flavor. Otherwise, it's just beans.
But I'm going to go ahead and add
sashimi.
mine now because it is going to also add some much needed flavor. So add it to the beans and let the pot come
looks
to a boil
disgusting.
and
Oh
then
my
set the
God.
lid on and let the beans cook for 1 hour. And every once in a while, lift the
Ew!
lid and try to skim off any of the scum, but pretty much leave it for an hour. At
What
that
the-
point, strain the water out of the beans, then add some cold water just enough to be level with the beans and bring it to a boil until they're nice and soft. This should take about
What
10
is making the
minutes.
scum?
Then remove the pork and add the salt and molasses and stir them into the beans to coat them. Now this recipe has you putting it into 4 different dishes because it's meant to be served to, different people like at a restaurant.
Pork scum? The pork makes scum when you boil it? Oh. I didn't know that. That's kind of gross.
But at a saloon, it would have often just been on the free lunch table, one big old pot, so I'm just putting them into one big tin dish. So once the beans are in the dish, set the pork on top and place the whole thing in the oven at 350 degrees Fahrenheit, 175 Celsius for a half hour. Now saloons in the Old West, especially in a small town like Cerro Gordo, were so much more than just a watering hole. As the first building that often went up, a saloon might also act as the courtroom, a barber shop,
Wow.
the town hall, the undertaker's
Oh my god, is that guy getting his beard shaved while they're eating beside him? Is that what's happening here? I feel like this could be a contamination. Yeah, it's a barber shop. Let me just get my beard hairs up in your beans.
Parlor, or even a church should a pastor come through. But on the daily, it
Yes,
was
he's
for
a
food
dentist
and drink.
too.
So other than baked beans, what might you expect to get when walking into an Old West saloon?
Barbershops used to be a medical office too? What? I didn't know that.
So the exact definition of a saloon is kind of up for debate. One definition is any place that serves food and drink but makes most of their money through the drink. Historically, that definition doesn't always work, but for our purposes, it works. Now, as towns grew up around the American West, the saloon was often the first building to go up. At first, it was usually nothing more than a tent with a few tables and chairs.
Wait, barbers were often the surgeons too? At the very least, I assume. How does that translate? You can shave a beard so you can operate on a man? What? That's the red and white stripes. If a barber had that, they were licensed to do medicine. Both use knives. But because you use a knife doesn't mean you know how to cut someone open medically. That's crazy. Carpenter, dentist, surgeon, all kind of the same job. Remember, surgeon in those days meant amputation. Oh, steady hands, sharp objects. Wow. Damn, that's a lot of pressure on a dude if he just wants to do hair and he has to like chop off people's limbs and things.
Place to wet your whistle. And it was only after the town began to establish itself that they would build a more permanent structure with wooden floors, a polished bar, and of course, bat-wing doors. And yes, those swinging saloon doors were real. It's not just a thing from the movies. At least after the 1870s, once the hinge that lets it do that was invented, many saloons had those bat-wing doors. They're called bat-wings because they look like bat wings. But behind those bat-wing doors, they would have normal doors that could be closed in case it's cold or whatever.
What's the purpose for the batwing doors then? Just to look cool?
Reasons for those batwing doors was to let the smoke out. People are always smoking.
I'm stupid.
And to let fresh, cool air in, kind of create a breeze if you opened up a window. But also,
can you imagine how smoky those saloons were? People just smoking cigars all day up in there. It'd be so stinky too. Ew.
It was at the height that if children were passing by, they couldn't look in and see all the drinking and gambling going on. And there was always drinking and gambling going on. Now, as far as gambling goes, the most popular games were poker and faro. Faro isn't really played much today, but in the 19th century, it was often played more than poker because more people could play at once, the odds were better than most games of chance, and it had very simple rules, and it was easy to follow along.
Has anyone played faro? I've never even heard of that. They'd spit on the floor too. Ew! Wait, I wonder if kids could go in saloons. Did he say that? I'm assuming it's for the whole family. I went to bars before smoking was banned, I can imagine. Can't you smoke in casinos in Vegas too? I think you still can in some places.
There's always a benefit if you have been drinking heavily, and many people were, at least in a decent saloon, drinking heavily. So what exactly were they drinking? Well, one of the most popular drinks, at least when it came to spirits, was whiskey.
Yeah.
There were two types of whiskey usually available. The good stuff and the less than good stuff. The good stuff was usually the stuff that was bottled back east or else in other countries, like Old Forester bourbon or Dewar's Scotch, and it usually came with a labeled bottle. The not so great stuff was usually produced and bottled out back, and usually it didn't have an actual name.
Just made out
People
back.
would give it wonderful names though, like coffin varnish, cactus juice, sheep dip, tarantula juice, firewater, rot gut, or any number of colorful appellations. These were usually local.
Coffin varnish? That's crazy. That is a crazy name for your whiskey. Hey, you want some coffin varnish? Yeah, it's my best batch yet.
Locally distilled neutral grain spirits that were flavored with coffee, chilies, or tobacco and spiked with ingredients like strychnine, turpentine, or sulfuric acid to give it some kick.
What? Turpentine and sulfuric acid for a little kick? What the? Holy shit! What? Oh my god! I don't know what strychnine is, but it's probably bad if it's up there with turpentine and sulfuric acid. I gotta get over there. I've seen enough out there. I want to go blind. Oh yeah, they did say they had alcohol that make you go blind. I have heard that, especially with moonshine. I remember that Toronto has a brewery district where the Al Capone made liquor during the Prohibition. Oh yeah, Al Capone was up in Canada to like take the heat off him. And I know about the Prohibition. Al Capone like went to Canada to take the heat off him when he was fleeing the States or something. He would like hide out there. None of those additives are very wholesome, no. We should watch a video about the Prohibition too.
Basically, if it was the taste you were after, then you get the good stuff and you paid for the privilege. But if it was just the effect that mattered, then take the rot gut and you'll get the same effect, if not better, at half the price. Now, if neither of those drinks tickled your fancy, then most saloons would offer beer and champagne. Yes,
ooh, champagne!
Champagne was actually far more common in the Old West than you might think today. Even here in Cerro Gordo, lots of champagne bottles were found. And one reason was because you could water down whiskey or beer or pretty much whatever. But when you heard a champagne bottle pop, you knew it was champagne. Now, one thing I find really interesting about the whiskey and the other hard liquors is today, the bartender pours you the drink. You're at their mercy of how much you get. But back in the Old West, that wasn't always the case. It was customary to belly up, nominate your pizen, drink fast, and make room for the next comer.
Nominate your pizen? What do we think pizen is? Customary to belly up, nominate your pizen, and drink fast. Make room for the next customer.
Barkeep didn't put the liquor into glasses. If you asked for scotch or what have you, he'd grab the bottle in his right hand, a glass in his left, cross hands, and plunk the two down before you. You took a small or a big drink as you wished. For 10 cents, the tariff didn't vary. Though I think it really depends on who the man behind the bar was.
Pick your
because
poison.
Many bartenders, especially if they owned the saloon, had a reputation for being sort of miserly. In reviewing a rich and variegated personal experience of saloons, the feature that stands out most prominently in my recollection is the hard, listless, unfeeling type of man who keeps saloons. The bonhomie, the good fellowship supposed by some to prevail among saloon habitués is totally lacking in saloon keepers. I never knew a saloon keeper who was a really good fellow.
Oh my god, shots fired! They're saying saloon bartenders are just like the worst kind of unfeeling, emotionless, dirtbag type of person ever.
Though according to Mark Twain, the cheapest and easiest way to become an influential man and be looked up to by the community at large was to stand behind a bar, wear a cluster diamond pin, and sell whiskey. Now, there were bartenders, often called mixologists, who were loved by their community and true bon vivants. And those bartenders typically made cocktails. Now, not every saloon served cocktails, but cocktails were a lot more popular in the Old West than you might think.
Wow,
they were
had
usually made with
cocktails.
whiskey, gin, or brandy, and had names like cobblers, smashes, juleps, flips, and crustas. They typically weren't as complicated as the cocktails of today, but they were a great way to temper the flavor of poor liquor.
I imagine you're in a pretty nice saloon if you can get a cocktail. Like, I can't imagine most saloons in all those little towns were making cocktails like juleps. He did not give me a free drink. He sucks. We hate bartenders. They won't let us drink more.
They could also be an excellent tonic
Cocktail with
because very
sulfuric
often they
acid.
included bitters, which were seen as medicinal, and supposedly they were. Though you should take the temperature of the room when ordering a cocktail, because if you're in a place like Seattle or San Francisco back in the day, order a cocktail by all means. But if you're in a little town like Cerro Gordo and you order a hot gin fizz or a warm toddy, you might be considered to have an educated thirst, and that was not a compliment.
You might get robbed,
Just
he's
stick
saying.
to the whiskey.
You might get robbed
Now, as
immediately.
different saloons offered different drinks, they also offered different foods, because just like bars and restaurants today, they ran the gamut. There were those saloons that were a single room with a handful of tables, a few spittoons, sawdust-covered floors, and a tinny piano in the corner. And then there were those that were multi-story buildings decorated with velvet curtains, crystal chandeliers, silver-framed mirrors behind the bar, and can-can dancers entertaining the men every night. For instance, at the Occidental Saloon in Tombstone, Arizona, for Sunday dinner, they offered things like chicken giblet soup, salmon, leg of lamb with oysters, an assortment of cold meats, boiled meats, roast meat like suckling pig or pork with applesauce.
I've been there. I've been to Tombstone. It's like a tourist attraction now. That's some fancy stuff, though.
Fashionable dishes like creme fricassee of chicken and lapine domestique, with desserts of custard and fruit pies and plum pudding. French cuisine had become all the rage in America at the time, and that included the Old West. Even over in Death Valley, which I think is that way, there was a French restaurant in the 1800s.
Why is there so much French food in the Old West? He said there's tons of French chefs. That's so weird. Did they just come over there to like cook? French used to own it? France used to own it? French owned the center of America. What? Oh, I didn't know that. The whole center of America? Why did the French own it? The Louisiana Purchase. Oh. I didn't know that. We gotta learn about that. Is that why there's like lots of French speaking in like New Orleans and stuff? Creole? Remember Napoleon sold it that was French territory with French people there? They said it in the Pig War video. Oh, I don't remember. I have to learn about the Louisiana Purchase. Louisiana is named after King Louis. What? Holy shit, really? That's crazy. Thinking of Louisiana and King Louis the France. What? Now you're blowing my mind.
Which is just crazy. There's no French restaurant there now. But for every one of these fancy saloons, there were probably half a dozen that were more middle of the road. They offered merch.
Also, many professionally trained chefs attended culinary schools in France or French ends. Oh, I didn't know that. Isn't France like the birthplace of fine dining or something, they said? And like lots of culinary schools teach French basics or something. I don't know. That could be French propaganda. I would believe anything.
Lunches, which typically cost 10 or 15 cents and included a beer along with a little stew or baked beans or roast beef or mashed potatoes and gravy. Then there was the free lunch, which was a staple of saloon culture throughout the country in the late 19th century. It wasn't exactly free. Essentially, what you did was you went into the saloon.
French food is weirdly popular, and I say that as a French. Why do you like our food so much? I don't even know what French food is, other than cheese and bread. In French school, you duel with baguettes to know who's the lead chef. I don't even know like what is considered French cuisine. Cheese and bread. And duck, I guess. And wine. Yes, sir, I talk and wine. Okay.
And you bought a drink. And for the price of that one drink, you got full access to a lunch table. And usually the food that you got to eat was worth far more than the price of that drink. So it was incumbent on the bartender to make sure you kept drinking so they could make their money back. The cheapest places for men are supposed to be the so-called free lunches, though this is probably a mistake. For these free lunches are attached to bars, and it is expected that their guests shall patronize the bar sufficiently to pay all favors they get in the way
It's
of
like
free food.
casinos.
San Francisco saloons were especially famous for their free lunches. In 1891, Rudyard Kipling, who wrote The Jungle Book, came through San Francisco and went into a saloon, in which men with hats on the back of their heads were wolfing food from a counter. It was the institution of the free lunch I had struck. You paid for a drink and got as much as you wanted to eat for something less than a...
The institution of the free lunch. It's so funny hearing how they wrote back then. The institution of a free lunch. But it's like casinos where you can get free drinks at some casinos as long as you stay there gambling. Because the casino makes more money in you gambling than they lose in giving you free drinks. It's like the same rule for these saloons.
rupee a day, a man can feed himself sumptuously in San Francisco, even though he be a bankrupt. Remember this, if ever you are stranded in these parts. Now, just because it was free does not mean that it wasn't still quality food. One meal included a monster silver boiler filled with a most excellent oyster soup, a round of beef that must have weighed at least 40 pounds, vessels filled with potatoes, stewed mutton, stewed tomatoes,
Ooh, that sounds
and
good.
macaroni à la française.
I would
All
eat
that for the
that.
cost of a 15-cent drink, which even with
Whoa.
inflation would be like $4.25,
Dang.
basically for all you can eat, and you get a drink.
Somebody open saloons and give me a free lunch. I'll be there. Someone should do this. Someone should do this. Again.
The thing is, especially in the larger cities where there was a lot of competition, the different saloons began upping the quality and the quantity of their food to outdo each other, and eventually they made it so nobody could drink enough to outweigh the cost of these free lunches, so all the saloons started losing money.
Oh.
As far back as November
Yeah.
of 1854, the saloon owners of San Francisco got together to put a stop to these free lunches. But after 2 meetings, they realized that even if just a few saloons held out and kept offering them, then they would get all the patrons.
Yeah.
So free lunches are...
It's like the whole undercutting thing. You have to form like a union or something, a union of saloons, so you'll have the same price. Otherwise, one saloon's gonna keep giving them free stuff and getting all the customers. A saloon union. You know what I mean, though?
still on tap for the freeloaders. And there were indeed some
Saloonian.
freeloaders. It was not uncommon for people to just walk into the saloon, walk up to the lunch table, and start eating. And should this inexplicable lunch fiend not happen to be called to drink, he devours whatever he can, and while the bartender is occupied, tries to escape unnoticed. Of course, in smaller towns like Cerro Gordo, the free lunch usually wasn't so opulent, partly because
Oh, when owners do that, it's called a cabal, not a union. That is called making a cartel, and it is illegal. Oh, never mind. I'm not suggesting they should do illegal stuff. I don't know. I was thinking of like, I don't know, dairy farmers and their like dairy union or something. What? I don't know laws. I'm just a girl. I don't know economics.
they didn't have as much competition with other saloons. Also, what you got usually depended on who ran the saloon, who was the cook in the back, or who was the owner. Like, there were a lot of Chinese saloons that would serve chop suey and chow mein, very, very popular
Holy
in
shit!
the Old West.
They had American Chinese food back then in the Old West? I'ma get me some of that lo mein.
Lots of German
yeah.
saloons that had different sausages like bratwurst and sauerkraut on the menu. And then, of course, there were a lot of Mexican saloons because until 1848, California and most of the Southwest was Mexico. And so they would have pozole and tamales on the menu. And most all of the free lunches
yummy
would have an assortment of
tacos.
things like cheeses and pickles and little cold
Oh, it's
meats.
making me hungry.
And clams and oysters. Oysters were incredibly popular in America at the time as a whole, but especially in the Old West among cowboys and miners.
Wait, Chinese built the railroads? There's a lot of Chinese migrants that came to build railroads? Oh. Wait, I think I know about this. They imported Chinese immigrants to help build the West. Oh, that makes sense why they would have Chinese ran saloons then with Chinese food. Well, Americanized Chinese food, right? Interesting.
You don't usually watch an old Western and see people eating oysters, but they did a lot. Sometimes they were fresh oysters. They were coming in
Ew,
on
imagine the
trains
state
and
of those
stuff,
stinky
from
oysters.
places like San Francisco. But a lot of times, especially in smaller towns that were further away from the trains, you would have canned oysters. Then there was another category of food that was almost always sure to be available at a free lunch. These included sundry pretzels, crackers, bits of cheese and sausage, and a salt pickle or a radish, a repast intended to provoke thirst rather than to satisfy hunger. Salty snacks are still common at bars today because they do make you more thirsty.
What?
And
that's why they have salted nuts and things at bars, is to make you drink more. No way. Are you serious? I had no idea. I just thought it was like a cheap snack to have. They've been manipulating me to drink more at bars. The free peanuts. How did you not know this, Stim? I just thought it was like a cheap snack to have at bars because they have to like legally like serve food for free or something. These pretzels are making me thirsty. I had no idea that this was a ploy by bars to make me drink more. I'm eating pretzels and nuts right now. Oh no! They dehydrate you so you drink more. And that makes me more dehydrated. And then you drink more. Big bars don't want you to know these 5 facts. Holy shit. You thought they were doing it from the goodness of their hearts? I kind of did. Yeah, I thought they had to put like peanuts or some cheap snack out for patrons. It's okay, Justin. On the house, I thought it was like a nice, like the free lunch thing here. Oh my god. Nothing in this world is free, chat. Nothing.
pretzels and salted peanuts, those are still at many bars. But one thing that didn't really make the leap to today is the sardelle. A limp, silver-coated minnow, a relative of the sardine, saturated with brine and probably sold by the hogshead, became one of the staple standbys of every saloon catering to a reliable beer trade. They were saltier than the 7 seas and were served whole. They were in great favor because a patron, after he had taken a couple of them draped across a slab of rye bread, had to rush to the bar and drink a lot of beer to get the taste out of his mouth. The sardellen were more than fish. They were silent partners. So now
Hell yeah, a shot of salt.
we know what they drank and what they ate at an Old West saloon. My question is, how did they eat it? What did they look like when they were eating? Because these were often
I see the Tay
communities
Pig, yeah.
where men outnumbered women 20, 30, 40 to 1,
What?
if not more. So table manners
Wait, why was there more men than women? Or was that just at the saloon? Or was that in general? 40 to 1? Huh? Why?
I'm thinking weren't so great. And luckily, there was a rather prudish
Oh, just at the saloon. Why didn't women go to saloons, though? I guess they were home with the children. Yeah, that makes sense.
Englishman who went into a saloon in Ogden, Utah in the 1880s and wrote about it. I saw a performance that filled me with astonishment and dismay. It was a man eating his dinner. And let me here remark, with all possible courtesy, that the American on his travels is the most reprehensible eater I have ever seen.
It's not proper for you to go out drinking and smoking, Stim. Yeah, I should be home with the children making clothes and cooking and farming, doing all the other stuff, baking bread and shit. Men got drunk at the saloons, then went home to beat their families. What? I don't think that's true. I mean, maybe sometimes, but not all the time. Jesus. Making poutine for the children. The thing about American table manners is still true. Do you think so? Like, why would a man go eat a dinner at the saloon and get drunk when he can just go home and eat a freshly made dinner? Oh, because like he would have to go back to work, I guess. No, wouldn't they go after work too, though? It was literally so bad they banned alcohol. Because she might be a bad cook. She's your wife. You will eat whatever she makes you, and you will say, thank you, wife. And she'll be like, you're welcome, husband. I think that's how it should be. You should just be happy someone's cooking for you. Still thinking women could say that back then. No, okay, yeah, I guess. Things were a little different back then. What if wife doesn't know how to cook? That sounded personal. Maybe because I'm not the best cook sometimes. I would be so offended if you wouldn't eat my meal, chat. I would be so offended. If she burnt the chicken it was on. You will eat it and you will like it. There's nothing wrong with burnt chicken. Just take the burnt part off and eat the rest of it.
He never apparently chews his food, but dabs and pecks at the dishes one after the other with the rapidity which merely as a juggling trick might be performed in London to crowded houses every day. Every now and then he shuts his eyes and strains his throat.
Ew,
this,
what?
I suppose, is when he swallows.
Why did he have to say it like that? He strains his throat. What the... We need a Stimchi collab with them cooking something. Oh yeah, I do want to do a collab with Mochi where we cook together. I'm actually a okay cook, I think. Mochi on the other hand. Well, it's her New Year's resolution to learn how to cook, so. They're talking like Americans were a different species. Disgusting, filthy animals. These Americans slobbering all over their food. Straining their throats to swallow.
For I have seen children getting rid of cake with the same sort of spasm. What I love is that next he includes a list of what the man is eating. The mixture of his food, if it pleases him, does not annoy me, for if a man likes to eat mouthfuls of huckleberries, bacon, apple pie, pickled mackerel, peas, mutton, gherkins, oysters, radishes, tomatoes, custard, and poached eggs, this is a bona fide meal copied from my notebook on the spot, in discriminate confusion, it has nothing to do with me. He says that this entire meal lasted all but 5 minutes. Then he grabbed a handful of toothpicks and leans idly against the doorpost, as if time were without limit or end. The whole thing is a mystery to me. So to honor the rugged pioneers of the American West, I feel that I should drop all semblance of civility as I eat my pork and beans, which should be about ready.
In 5 minutes.
Baked pork and beans from a Wild West saloon. Bon appetit.
Wait, that looks actually good. I would eat that.
I love baked beans. Really good. They could be a little softer. I will say that.
They look a little hard, yeah.
They're not like too firm. I just like a softer bean. But the flavor is outstanding. It's actually so much better than what you get in a can. Even though there's like nothing to it.
With no spices in it though?
There's no onion, there's no spice or anything. It's just that molasses and the salt pork. That salt pork I think really adds a lot of flavor. Now, I'm not a huge one to like just eat the pork from pork and beans because it's usually just really fatty, as is this, but I'm gonna take a bite just to see.
That was the most delicate princess bite I've ever seen. I would be swallowing that thing whole.
It's really fatty. It's really good.
I heckin' love pork.
These are really good. I'm gonna be eating these tonight while I'm here.
Same.
Mighty fine. So as always, I will get this recipe up on the Tasting
bacon.
History website, tastinghistory.com, which
I
made with help from today's sponsor, Squarespace. Squarespace makes building a website so easy with their dynamic tools like their drag and drop technology for both desktop and mobile. And they have lots of templates which give you a wonderful base to start with, and then you can customize it however you want. And when you make a change on the desktop version, it automatically makes it on the mobile version. And if you use your website for business, Squarespace lets you create email campaigns to keep in contact with your customers so they are always apprised of new items or when there is a sale. So if you're looking to start a website, go to Squarespace.
I have his cooking book. It's really good, actually. I really like it.
Squarespace.com for a free trial, and then when you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/tastinghistory to get 10% off of your first purchase of a website or domain. And I want to thank again Brent for letting me film in his amazing town. Definitely go check out his fantastic channel, Ghost Town Living. And I will see you next time, here again, I believe, on Tasting History.
Oh, he's doing another one here. Historical cooking stream win. I'm gonna do a cooking stream on my 1-year anniversary. I'm gonna do my medieval tavern cooking stream, and we're gonna make a medieval dish. And I'm gonna be, I still have to figure out how to set up in my kitchen, but it's gonna happen on February 2nd, I believe. I think it's a Monday. Can we call you wench? Yes, because I will be a tavern wench for that stream. That also means I can put belladonna in your stew and you can't say shit to me because I'm in roleplay. Legally binding. Hi, Luton! Belladonna and Nightshade. I'm roleplaying, okay? I can do what I want. That's what a tavern wench would do if you had done her wrong, I believe. I need to get some beer for that too. Or mead. No, mead. Exotic flavor, nice. The prawns? No! The herb, the poison that will make you sick and kill you. The flower, the poison flower. Mead is like alcoholic honey. I really don't like honey. I really don't like honey. I probably wouldn't like mead unless it doesn't taste like honey. Nah, I would live. I just got back. What video did she watch? I watched Tasting History with Max Miller. What saloon food was like. He made baked beans and pork. It was good. It looked good. I'm not a murderer. I'm just in character, okay? Pure meat is not that good. You know what? I'll probably just drink beer because I like beer. In like one of those like root beer mugs. I don't have a root beer mug, but I think my parents do. I need like a horn, you know, like a horn to drink out of, like the Vikings did. I want one of those. How was Mochi successful last night? She was pretty good. She did pretty good actually. Yeah. A drinking horn. Yeah, I want a drinking horn. Just snap one of yours. Do you think I could make one out of like a bison or a cow horn? I'd have to look up a video on how to do that. I'm sure there's a way to like waterproof it. We might have some, we literally might have horns on the farm that I can scavenge. I just don't know how to do it. There's probably a video on YouTube on how to make a drinking horn. I don't know if that's the right kind of horn though. Just use the skulls of your enemies. That would be cool. I'm gonna ask my dad. You need leather and a horn. You have a lot. I'm gonna ask my dad. He might actually have one that I could just use. You can usually food safe resin or other coatings. There's like so much weird stuff on the farm. You just like randomly find bones and things. Anyways, chat, I'm gonna end stream here. I'm gonna call my family. I'll ask them about the horns when I call them and see how they're doing. Everything's been canceled because of the extreme cold warning, so I hope you're staying safe and warm wherever you are. It's very cold out. There's a polar vortex happening. Oh, I have to ask him about the blacksmithing setup too, yeah. Oh no, did I miss stuff? Here, I forgot I have the TTS off for React screens. Let me see. I have a drinking horn. It's a bitch to clean, and if you don't maintain it properly, it makes your drink taste like how a barn smells. Ew. That makes sense, Fluffy. Do you like raw pork? There's a German dish called Mettbrötchen that might test your love for pork. I don't know. I was always told not to eat raw pork because that's like really bad for you and you can like get diseases. So I don't know if I would eat raw pork. Is it cured? like, or is it just raw pork? How does that work? I thought that was like really bad for you. Isn't that like how you get like salmonella? Or worms? Yeah. Trichinosis? Ew, that's like tapeworms, isn't it? I don't like meat, but my family loves it. It's like medium rare. Oh, medium rare chicken. No, chicken should not be medium rare. No, that's disgusting. Ew. No, ew. Ugh, that made me want to puke in my mouth. Medium rare chicken. Ew. That's so disturbing. It should be burnt. That's exactly. It's raw, but with some spices, extremely high hygiene standards, and needs to be tested regularly to avoid parasites. I don't know. I'm a pretty open-minded eater, but I don't know if if I was in a nice restaurant that like did it, I would probably try it. However, in France, I had duck and it was cold in the middle, and they refused to cook it further. Ew, what? You know, in Japan, you can get chicken sashimi, right? What? What? Chicken? What? I don't think I would try chicken sashimi. I don't think so. Nope. 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 Oh, you will not get met at restaurants. What? Then where do you get it? You just make it yourself and have to test it? That's so weird. I mean, I don't understand that. I thought it was like a delicacy or something. It's mostly eaten at breakfast and prepped by local butchers. Oh, interesting. I'm actually pretty open-minded to trying like different foods and things. I don't want to eat anything that's like alive though, or like half alive. Like, I once had a sandwich with raw beef paste and it put me out of commission for 3 days. Ew. I don't like mushy peas. Ew. No, I don't like mushy peas. Ew, ew, ew. I have things I don't like, but I will try most things one time. You never know if you're gonna like it until you try it, right? It's worth trying at least once. Anyways. I'll see you tomorrow. We are doing, we're doing Halo tomorrow. I forgot about that. I need to install Halo. We're doing Halo with Pancreas No Worky. And it'll be my first time playing, really, the campaign, I guess. I will be here for Halo. Hi, Gage. So tomorrow's gonna be a fun stream. We made a deal. We made a bet. Me and Pancreas. He said, if I play Halo and I don't like it, because he thinks I'll like it. If I play Halo and I don't like it, he will stream any game that I ask him to. That is our bet. So I'm kind of excited. Maybe I'll like it. I don't know. Maybe I won't, and then he'll have to play any game that I tell him to. What game will he stream? I don't know. We need to think of ideas of games I can make him play. I was thinking of making him play My Summer Car, but he might actually enjoy that. Nikke. I could make him play Nikke. He might enjoy that too, though. I gotta think of something truly evil and devious. He might enjoy that, can't have that. Isn't there a Princess Barbie game? I don't know. We have to do some research. Love in Deep Space. Oh, Lord. All right. I'll see you guys tomorrow for Halo. Bye. Have a good day. Stay warm and stay safe. Bye-bye.